Gonna take it to the movies.
Are you done? Just want to make sure you're done. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast 2. Subtitle to be determined based on what we find funniest in this episode. Welcoming back Loose Lewis, a.k.a. Looney Door. The Satch Tits, a.k.a. Satchmo. And Crinkleback O'Houlihan, a.k.a. Some From Above. Yeah, so Crinkles O'Houlihan.
Oh, Crinkles.
He's not fucking cool. He's not cool enough to be Patches O'Houlihan.
That cool him? Not cool him.
He's not a golem.
Not Gollum. Oh shit.
So how's everybody doing? We're nearing the ass end in February.
Getting closer.
We should actually refer that towards Slim. How are you feeling towards the end of February?
Anxious. Want the operation in my back.
Operation?
You're gonna have a pussy put in your back?
Operation?
Operation Steelback?
Next month now.
Oh yeah?
Hopefully.
Nice, dude. What you should do is get a nice set of back tits.
Back tits.
Can't get.
That'd be fucking dope. just get a sweet pair of double D's on your back.
I have more respect for you.
No.
I'd have more respect for you.
Then I'll never see you guys. You'll always be behind me.
That's
behind you, play with your back tits.
Oh,
I need to go to the doctor, dude. I'm gonna get
these
some
sweet
fucking
bongo tits.
get some truck nuts installed.
Hey, you can't go wrong with a pair of truck nuts.
Yeah. So I wanted to do something a little different for this podcast. Last podcast, we kind of just went over like games of the year and shit. But I was thinking, and I mean, we're all kind of like horror movie buff people.
You see
so,
people?
Yeah,
I'm not that buff, but
we're horror movie buffs. Not like buff like a macho, but like buff like a cadabra.
A cadaver.
Counter.
Are any of these Pokemon references doing anything for you, Slim?
you lost me. Sorry.
That is another thing I wanted to talk about also. I guess since we're here, I may as well open up with this.
Forbidden Pokemon.
Slim, can you name 5 Pokemon other than Pikachu?
It's a hard no.
Frieza?
Frieza?
Frieza? Frieza? Is it that Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, I know. That's all I can think of.
Frieza.
Frieza?
Dude. This is a Pokemon now, bro.
Fucking Frieza, dude.
Oh, you Dragon Ball fans, you've been lied to. He's actually a Pokemon all this time.
It's fucking
Oh,
Slim's
the one
favorite
that goes
Pokemon is
golden and shiny,
Frieza.
bro.
It's fucking funny.
Golden Frieza is actually shiny Frieza.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never been into the game, so I don't know much.
Yeah, that's one thing that I do want to do. That's what we've been talking about. I need to get that Minecraft on PC so we could do Pixelcraft or Pixelmon, whatever the fuck it's called now.
Yeah.
I would love to do that. We could film that and just get Slim's first soiree into fucking Pokemon. I think that'd be fucking hilarious. Because there's so many now. There's like fucking 1,000. It's ridiculous.
Yep.
But yeah, no, that was my Pokemon idea. I was thinking about that earlier too. I was like, if somebody offered you $1 million and they said name a Pokemon other than Pikachu, Slim, you would be out. You'd be out $1 million. He would have uppercutted you for saying Frieza.
Blastoise?
Oh,
Close.
she named another one.
That's close. It's Blastoise. I would have gave you $50,000 for that.
Yep.
It's not Blastoid. He's not a hemorrhoid.
What it-
It's a stoise, like a tortoise.
I don't pronounce.
Tortoise.
Tortoise sounded like you were just trying to say
Tortoise.
like a delicious sandwich.
Like, let me get a double roast beef, extra tortoise.
You mean a torta? No, tortoise.
Tortoise. It's when you extract the mayonnaise from the fucking tortoise.
Cabrón.
The fucking mayonnaise from.
What's it called? The magical unicorn mayonnaise.
Oh, let me think. Try to think of other obscure Pokemon knowledge. No, that's it. I mean, pretty much. Some can't even name one. I mean, we're pretty much fucked. he failed the Pokemon quiz.
The world depends on you. You just need to name 5. We'll win. We're done.
I mean, if you do Dragon Ball, I hardly know anybody.
Name
I
3
think you
Dragon
do
Ball
better.
characters.
Forgot the one I said.
We're off to a good start.
Yep.
Oh, I don't
What's
even know.
attached to
the
what's
original
attached
guy.
to the refrigerator?
Refrigerator?
door?
The refrigerator.
No,
door.
What other
That
appliance can you use?
Fucking
that's
famous
not the
Dragon Ball
refrigerator?
character, the door.
Makes your food cold.
Yeah,
The icebox.
you make. Yeah, the icebox. What's another name for the icebox?
The fridge?
That's the fucking fridge. The icebox that makes ice.
It's from Chicago Bears?
Chocolate bears?
Okay, yeah, cool. You make
I
ice
thought he
with
was gonna say
Chicano
Chicano, the Chicano Bears.
Bears. The Chicano Bears.
It's just a bunch of bears with fucking bandanas. I don't know why.
Bandanas?
I don't know why I said it. Bandanas.
Bandanas.
¿Sabes qué, cabrón? Rawr, way.
It's going great.
That's not racist. We're Mexican, right? Fuck you. Well, we're not
I'm
Mexican.
I don't know.
We're like we're Mexican American. We're one bad joke away from getting deported.
Are we?
I mean, our president's Donald Trump. Yes,
Oh.
absolutely.
Oh. You have a very excellent point.
Man, I just got tattooed by that guy.
Donald Trump.
I have his tattoo that says "Make America Great."
Manatee? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
Again?
the manatee.
Well, I'm not in. Look, I have a politics class. I have government. I don't do politics. All right, unless it's in school. Fuck you. I don't do politics.
Politics, do you?
This isn't a political fucking podcast. If you
I
like
don't
Trump,
see it yet.
awesome. If you don't like Trump, awesome. We don't give a shit. I don't care.
You
That's
love it.
great. I mean,
you're voting
it's
this
just
year? Cool. You're not voting this year? Cool.
I mean, I'll
What am I
vote,
gonna do?
but the thing, I'm not gonna fucking tell you who I'm gonna vote for. I'm not gonna get into a debate. No. If you like Donald
Vote
Trump,
for
that's
Harambe.
fine. That's fine. I don't
Harambe.
care. The thing
Vote
is,
for Harambe.
politics are a lot like religion. where people get like really, really passionate about it. People get all fucking pissed off.
That's true.
Like
You
Star
can't
Wars
talk
fans.
politics anymore. Star Wars fans. The fuck are you babbling about down there?
It's like mixing
Star
Star
Wars
Wars,
fans, apparently?
characters with Star Trek characters. It's a no-no.
Come on.
I got confused on that comment. What?
I don't know either. I don't know what we're talking about.
Come on.
Oh, well, either way. Why don't we get into Slim's wheelhouse? Oh shit! I just
Wheelhouse.
I poked the controller with my penis.
It happens.
All right, so last time we got into a little bit, but we really didn't talk about
Last
it.
time on the last podcast.
Yeah, so we're I mean, at least me and Slim. I know you guys know quite a bit about it too, which is why this is something that I wanted to bring up. We may as well bring it up in episode 2. Just horror movies in general, and I would like to hear your guys's lists
Spaniel.
For best horror movies, worst horror movies, stuff like that.
Oh man, I have not seen enough horror movies to be able to tell you best or worst.
The fucking
fine.
Ghost Shark. That shit takes the award.
We'll substitute
guys-
yours for episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh.
You guys don't know Rawhead
Oh
Rex?
god, dude, I haven't watched Yu-Gi-Oh in forever either. I'm fucking lost on that one too.
That's the extent of my fucking kindness.
My,
Yu-Gi-Oh?
my brother was rewatching it, and I was just like, "What episode is this?" He's like, "Oh, season 5, blah blah." I don't remember.
That's
this.
ridiculous.
I don't remember
That's fucking ridiculous. I watched one season. That was enough for me. I was like, done. Hey, Slim, you
Oh,
want to
but you
stop
still
fucking
remember how?
punching bag your mic?
That's how you. But you still remember how the fortress got destroyed? I completely forgot about it.
There's a fortress?
The floating one. Remember?
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I retained that information. Yeah. They just broke all the rules in that fucking anime. It's why I hated it.
Isn't that from Astro Boy?
Yeah.
an Astro
Yeah,
Boy.
sure. Astro Boy. Yeah, he summons a blue eyes white dragon. All right, so Slim. This question goes out to everybody, but I'll open up with Slim. That way, it'll give you guys a chance to think.
A chance?
A chance.
A Giants? Look at it. The Giants have a chance.
All right, Slim. So Mount Rushmore is made up of 4 historic presidents. What is your Mount Rushmore when in terms of horror movie antagonists? Who do you put on? Who are your 4 your big 4?
Easy Freddy, Jason,
Easy Freddy.
Easy Freddy. It's
Michael
like
Myers,
easy right there.
Rawhead Rex.
Rawhead Rex.
Okay.
And then the Blair.
Okay. Well, there's 4. You gave me 5.
We'll make another head. The Blair.
We'll put another head on Mount Rushmore.
And the funny part is, we're not putting Reagan McNeil. We're putting the actress who played her. We're putting Linda Blair. That's a thing that's always like Slim. To be fair, it's Slim and my parents, and my mom and my tia. They've always done is it's not Reagan McNeil, which is the character from The Exorcist. It's Linda Blair, the actress who played Reagan McNeil. Fucking leave Linda alone, dude. She didn't do shit, all right? Leave her. She was just a kid. She didn't realize she's gonna dramatize you. All right, so Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers, and
The McDonald.
Linda Rex.
Linda Rex. Half and half.
I guess. I mean, you gave me 5. It's only 4, asshole. I asked you for 4. You fucking cheater.
Well, iconic would be okay. Reagan.
Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, I was about to
Exorcist.
say.
No, I would say Ronald Reagan.
It's Jason, Freddy, Michael Myers, and fucking Ronald Reagan. Love it. All right.
Reagan mad. Reagan smash.
Yeah, I feel like for the most part, a lot of us are gonna have the same 3 because we're big slasher people. So I feel like the shoe-ins are definitely Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, and then for the 4th one, it's kind of just a toss-up. I think the 4th one is the hardest one because there's a lot of really. What'd you say? Pennywise the band?
Pennywise.
But which Pennywise?
But if you want to go iconic, it'd be probably Pinhead. They've been around at the same time.
Yeah, but Pinhead had like
Razor.
2 good movies and then they sucked.
Yeah, everything else is pretty lame. Yeah.
Tim Curry Pinhead or the other? I mean Pinhead. Pennywise.
Tim Curry. I was like, Tim Curry paid.
Okay.
He
Tim
paid
Curry
Pinhead.
paid Pinhead.
Okay. There's this
Or fucking
Pokemon.
falling apart.
Pokemon.
Well, because I like Leatherface is definitely one that has an argument to be up there.
Was never
Chucky
caught.
from Child's Play has an argument to be up there.
Yeah.
There's a few. I think you could even, if you wanted to kind of,
Shark.
as well.
Ghost Shark, dude.
nah. Well,
Hell, dude, even the fucking shark from Jaws.
I wouldn't put. What was the shark from
Jar?
Jaws?
The jar-
I had school this morning, so I'm gonna flub a lot this episode.
You and me both.
You're a flumbus.
The shark was what? Hugo? Was that his name? What's the shark from Jaws?
Bruce?
Bruce Campbell?
Bruce Wayne?
No.
Ashley Williams definitely has a fucking. He has a shot at Mount Rushmore of horror movie too.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is true.
It's tough. The
true.
fourth one is tough.
'Cause you're not tough enough.
Do. You're not tough enough. Do.
This is gonna happen a lot. Just to let you know.
I would go for me. I would go not Leatherface. I would go Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, and then for the last spot. Last spot. I have to go Leatherface, man. I have to. I think Leatherface is an icon. When I think of slasher movie villains, Leatherface is up there.
But only for his original movie, and maybe one of the newest remakes only.
What
Would you
remake?
even count Pamela Voorhees?
Nah.
Yeah, why not?
She was only in. Realistically,
Only
she was
one
only.
movie.
Yeah, she's only in one movie. She has cameos in the other movies, but she's only been in one movie. Don't get me wrong, she's a big part of it, but she's only been in one movie. So I mean, anybody else? Anybody else have a Mount Rushmore? Satchmo?
Well, same.
Yeah, same three. Who's your fourth? I mean, you could definitely make an argument for Reagan McNeil. I think Candyman would be another one people would put up there.
Oh yeah, that one.
Victor
I would
Crowley,
put up some of the zombies, but
Tarman.
so many.
I don't think the
Bub.
zombies. Yeah, like they're good. Bub.
There's Dr. Tongue.
Yeah, they're good, but are they iconic enough? What movies did they come out in?
Dr.
Originals.
Tongue came out in Dawn of the Dead?
But just that one, right? I mean, that.
Well, not Dawn of the Dead.
Because then you start dipping into like the monster movies as well, because those can be considered like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was thinking that too, but I didn't want to open that can of worms. Because no, definitely no. Because I mean, because I was thinking like werewolves too, because I love werewolves.
Yeah.
But there's so
We
many
could put
different.
Fluffy
Silver
up there.
Bullet.
Yeah, I mean Fluffy. There's a lot of different takes on the Wolfman. I love the werewolf from Silver Bullet.
This fucking
American
Frankenstein's
Werewolf in
monster.
Paris.
Yeah, American Werewolf in London, Paris.
No, not Paris. Paris was CGI.
Well, I like the one from Paris because the one from American Werewolf in Paris reminded me of Piggy. She looked like fucking Piggy. So that's why I started calling her a werewolf.
Then we got fucking Dracula, fucking
Blackula.
Franken-
That's a bunch.
Frankenstein's
Bram
monster.
Stoker's Dracula.
The only Dracula
Bram
I put up
Stoker's
there
Blackula.
is Bela Lugosi. It's the only Dracula I put up there.
That's the only one I could think of off the top of my head is Bela Lugosi.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Fucking Casper the Friendly Ghost. That was the scariest movie ever.
I'm gonna go fucking uppercut you next time I see you.
That's gonna take a lot of effort.
Fucking Casper, that trash bag.
Oh shit.
Okay.
So I've done my top 3 worst Friday 13th movies, and so I did want to get a take. I mean, I know probably you guys don't remember most of them, but I'm sure Slim does. So Slim,
God, they had a marathon just the other day.
all right. Well, then your fucking memory should be minty fresh.
That's been a lot of those.
So what I could do also, I was thinking about, is I can just go through them, and then you guys just let me know, like,
8 was Abomination.
yeah, it's,
Fucking Jason X was the best.
I'll go
Oh
through
my
them.
God.
And then you guys let me know. Thumbs up, thumbs down, middle, or
But
we could do like a list. But I think putting them like on a list would be too hard. Maybe just tell me which one's your favorite, which one's your least favorite. But we'll go through them. I was thinking kind of just doing all of them, but I mean we'll just see where this goes. So Friday the 13th one. Let's give it a
That's
5
a mom.
stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, 2 stars, 1 stars. 1 star being an abortion, 5 stars being instant classic or classic.
It
Yeah,
has
so
to be
Friday
a 5
13th one.
because no one knew.
Oh, you're full of shit. That's a
At the
5.
very end.
that's a
That,
two.
that movie is it classic? Yes. Is it good? Not really.
No.
I give
really.
it 2
Yeah.
stars. That's it.
No.
I'd
I
give
wouldn't
it a
go that
3.
low. Yeah, I go 3. I say it's an average movie. It's not terrible, but it's definitely not as good as it could have been.
Yeah.
And Slim, you
Well,
said
it had
5.
great effects.
Why 5? Because of the effects?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but,
But we're not
Mostly-
basing it off just effects alone.
Plus, it was
We
a
have to-
story. I mean, back when you very first saw it for the first time, you didn't know who it was. You thought it was Jason. That ended up being his mom.
Yeah, this is also the first movie of that type of genre that I've seen, so kind of doesn't make the point, you know?
well, to
'Cause
be
if I
fair, it's
haven't seen other slashers before, it kind of makes it kind of weird.
most of these movies are products of their time. Most of these movies,
Yeah.
if you're not a fan,
A fan?
they don't
A
s-
fan?
they don't really stand the test of time. A lot of these movies,
Mm-hmm.
they're very cheap, they're very corny, they're trash, but we love them for that.
Yeah, but surprisingly enough, I watched Friday the 13th before I watched Halloween, so kind of makes it weird, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I do like the movie. I think it has a really good
Yeah.
ending. I love the end with you think she's good, you think she's safe, and Jason jumps out of the water, and it's like holy shit. And again, to Slim's credit, I agree. The effects are pretty good for the time.
Yeah, it's Tom Savini, man. Sure.
Yeah, of course. And I still think about like I'm laying in bed and I'm like, man, it would suck if somebody stabbed me with an arrowhead through the fucking to the bed. That's still one of
Yeah,
those
that would.
random fears that pops in my head. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, wasn't that Kevin Bacon that got it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon. It was the Bacon.
And the back all.
So 2 stars from Satchmo, 3 stars from me and Lewis, 5 stars from Slim. Nobody's favorite? Anybody quantify that as their favorite?
Favorite? No, but 5 stars, yeah.
All right. So Slim is actually a very nice critic. So I guess that's good. He's our Randy Jackson. He'll be real nice. on
These
the
are Randy
movies.
Jackson.
So Friday 13th 2.
Oh, Potato Sack Head.
Was there a subtitle?
Sackhead.
No, right? It was just Friday 13th 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2.
Yeah, I'll try to get the subtitles right, but I don't have my phone on me. Well, I have it, but I'm trying not to use it right now. Just going based on memory. So
That's
yeah,
the first one that Jason really looked different.
that's
all
the
The
rest.
sack kid Jason, no?
that's the first
Yeah.
one where he came in.
That's where he can actually run.
Well, he's running a few movies. He's teleported
two
also,
Yeah.
but
Oh, God.
I know in 2 is the
teleported.
first one where not necessarily running, just like fast jogging.
yeah. Yeah, I'll level with you. I don't remember jack shit about Friday 13th Part 2. I don't remember anything about that movie.
You know?
I do
when
remember.
he took his mask off. That's when he had that different looking Jason face.
Was that the one where? That's the one where he had fucking like hair, right? He had like red hair.
Yeah, he had like a beard and shit and hair.
Yeah.
Hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, I
Looked like a
really don't.
hillbilly.
I really didn't like Friday the 13th Part 2 either.
Wasn't that great?
I honestly
Again, for
don't
the
remember most
kills,
of it.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3
I
for
remember the
kills.
first more than the second.
First.
Yeah, I don't remember the second at all. I have to put it below the first one. I'm still going to give it 3 stars because Jason's in it and I don't remember hating it, but I also don't remember jack shit about it. And so
Yeah.
for that you get 3 stars also because I'm sure I enjoyed it at the time, but I don't remember anything about it. So it probably wasn't that all that memorable.
Yeah, the most memorable was when they took the sack off.
They took his sack off? They neutered him?
Oh no.
Not his sacks.
Oh,
His
no.
sax.
How many
Oh, they
sacks
took
does
it.
he have?
The
They
sack
took his
on
fucking.
head.
They took his saxophone away too.
Oh no.
Oh,
Now he can't pay in saxophone solos.
the saxophone was taken from him.
They fucking took his sax, dude. Was he? Did he play
Sax.
alto or tenor?
Oh, don't forget the berry sax too.
Fuck you and your Barry sax, alright? I stick to the classics.
You gotta be ugly about it, right?
It's an actual saxophone. I don't know what the fucking problem is.
All right, so Friday 13th Part 3, aka Friday 13th 3D.
3D.
3D. Yeah, this is that. I remember this one.
Isn't that the one where the kid gets like in a wheelchair, or was that 2?
You see?
No, it's. I think it's. Oh, what is it? And that they go on the.
Jarvis.
Everybody goes to the bar and they leave the guy in the wheelchair along with that girl.
Yeah. The second or the third one?
Isn't that this is the first one.
I don't know.
I don't remember.
So that girl comes.
Oh, she's coming?
Shit.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was like,
it's a-
oh shit,
It's
yeah.
a Friday 13th movie, of course.
The boyfriend shows up. She's the one that. She's
Well,
trying
yeah,
to
I mean,
bug.
boyfriend shows up, obviously. How else is she going to come?
An animal. I want you to know that, right?
I can't remember. I just remember that kind of kill when he's gets a cleaver to the face and he goes down the stairs backwards in his wheelchair.
Yeah, I remember the kill, but I don't remember where it's from. The only kill that I remember from Friday 13th 3D is where he shoots that arrow that's so obviously on a wire at that girl.
Oh,
Hits her in
yeah.
the eye.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's the
yeah.
one I remember. But I mean,
Isn't
other
that-
than the
that
kills,
the one where they almost run over the hobo in the road
yes.
when they're going to the camp? Then the hobo pulls out an eyeball and shows everybody.
Yes.
You want to see
Corey
dead
Philman
body?
comes out in that way,
Yes.
doesn't he? He's Jarvis.
Who?
I remember that.
Corey Philman.
Regis Philbin.
Yeah, Regis Philman, aka Corey Philman.
Oh, you're like 2 ahead of us.
Yeah.
You're talking about Tommy Jarvis. We're not there yet. Though that's when this series gets good. This series is like the opposite of Halloween, where it starts off, for me at least, kind of slow, kind of and then towards the middle it gets really good, and then towards the end it just
Well, that was the year that everybody started dipping into 3D and shit.
Oh, fails.
yeah. I don't know.
Like, oh no, it's the new technology, 3D, yay!
This is what's gonna get you ticket to the movies.
Yeah, but I mean, Friday 13th 3, I mean, he gets iconic hockey mask.
Yeah.
The kills, some of them are fucking hilarious, but nothing spectacular.
Well, that girl gets killed in the bath. She's screaming and she gets an axe in her face.
Yeah, if I'm not
Anything
mistaken,
Ask her some questions.
you shut the fuck up.
Some pretty good effects.
Yeah, it's not a bad movie. I give it 3.5 stars.
I don't remember it, so I'm just gonna give it 3 stars.
Cheating
I
ass
just
bitch.
remember. I just
We'll
no,
give
no. I
it
just
5
remember
stars
him.
because they asked some
Isn't that
questions.
doesn't
You shut the fuck up
you
too.
Isn't that one where Fox gets killed, right?
Gray Fox from Metal Gear Solid?
No. Or whatever the biker chick was.
The Gray Fox comes on Metal Gear Solid. That's a game.
No, not
If we're
Gray
talking about
Fox.
Star Fox, Star Fox's dad, the original Fox, he was lost in a black hole, pretty much.
Okay, gotcha. Star Lord.
No, that's fucking.
It's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that's Chris Pratt, dumbass.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Not making any sense. I'm gonna put you down, right?
Please don't.
Slim, Friday 13th Part 3. What do you think? 5
I
stars?
still give that a 4.
A 4? That's ridiculous.
I like the kills in that one.
That's fucking ridiculous. Nah, I agree.
I'm a sucker for the effects. I'm sorry. I mean,
Nah, yeah,
I love
I
the
like.
movie, but the effects back then were gory and
Sucker.
well done.
The pizza.
Exactly like a pizza.
There was no CGI.
Like the pizzas.
So from there we move on to Friday the 13th Part 4. I was wrong. I said 2. It's actually one away. This is the one with Corey Feldman. This is Friday the 13th. It's actually not called Friday the 13th Part 4. It's actually called Friday the 13th, the final chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
When's
where
it end it?
maybe Tommy Jarvis kills him.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly
This is
kills him.
young Corey Feldman goes toe-to-toe with Jason Voorhees. So he doesn't go toe-to-toe with him. He manipulates him. He like shaves his head, makes himself look like a young Jason, confuses him, kicks his ass, and then it leaves you with that cliffhanger where he's fucking hitting him with the machete, and he's die, 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 and it's kind of like making it seem like he's going nuts, like he's losing his marbles. Maybe he's gonna become the next Jason or some shit. Doesn't go anywhere, but it's a funny little thing. This is probably one of the better ones, one of the best ones, I would say, in a lot of people's opinions.
That's where he gets his hand split, right? The machete.
Yes.
His hand?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
in the
is
head.
that.
And the
That
hockey
one
mask
is.
gets its. Doesn't he get an axe to the head too?
Yeah, he gets the kind of axe to the head where his mask is cracked on the top.
The machete, I
Yes,
think.
it's a machete. He gets the machete
Close.
to the side of the head, and it does that slow shot where he fucking falls, and you just see the machete going down. the side of his
Slides
head.
down the machete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is one of the
Tom
ones I
Savini.
remember the most. Yeah, and of course, fucking, it's got Savini Sweeney. It's got the fucking sex machine. So how could you go wrong? Definitely one of my favorites. Definitely, probably. I'm not too sure where I would put it, but I think it has to be top 3 for me. This one for me is easy 4.5 stars. I don't want to give it a 5 because I do like some other ones more. But this is definitely a good one. It's definitely a really good one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one because that's the one that really sticks out whenever I think of most of the parts of it.
Yeah. Has a likable
that's whenever-
character in Tommy Jarvis. Tommy Jarvis is a very likable kid. Corey Feldman is a. Did he die? He did die, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. Or was it Corey Haim? I think Corey Haim died. Feldman is still alive. I think. I don't know. Either way, kid got a fucking bad rap because he's a really good actor.
And also because at the very beginning of the movie, the guy, the fucking nurse, and the guy sitting there watching the jazzercise video, and then he gets the
Oh,
gunshot
yeah.
across the throat.
Yeah.
Fuck. Oh man.
Satchmo,
makes-
what do you think? Where you put this one?
4.5 stars as well.
Slim?
I have to give it 4.
Another 4. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a good one. If I'm not mistaken, I think I know what the next one is, and I'm gonna go ahead and preemptively give it a 1 star.
New Blood. Come
Oh.
on.
Yeah. So next
There's
movie
no-
is Friday 13th Part 5. They didn't number this one again. Friday 13th Part 5: A New Beginning, and this is our
there you
good
go.
friend Roy. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna give it 1 star. I don't think it's that bad. My opinions of this movie have changed because if I'm not mistaken, originally in the video I made, I gave this the worst Friday 13th title. I gave it the shining shit sticker. That opinion's changed
Yeah.
over the years. I don't think it's that bad. It's still pretty fucking bad though.
There's another movie that's bad.
Yeah.
Worse than
Yeah, there's another one that's worse than this. And so for this one, I'm gonna give it 2 stars, just because the characters in this movie are fucking weird, man. The characters
that. Well,
in this
they're
movie,
in Crazy House. That's why.
yeah, but I just feel like every character was unlikable in this movie. Every character fucking sucked in this movie.
Like the girl dancing in the room. If I was Jason,
Yeah.
I would have killed her sooner.
Yeah, every movie or every character in this movie is just weird and not in a good way. And so you're kind of pulling for Jason, but then all the damage and all the the battle damage and shit that happened to Jason, it's all kind of done away with. He's got this new shiny mask, and he's not. He looks very clean. He looks very normal.
But
and then
the color of his stripes on his hockey mask are a different color.
yeah, they're blue. They're blue.
Yeah. Blue
think,
in a different position.
The
Blue and a
line
native guy.
that I used in the video was that I made was the iconic hockey mask has some blue bullshit on it. So you know immediately if you happen to flip over onto this movie and forget which it is, you can go, "Oh, it's this trash," and flip over to Skinamax and watch some subpar acting that will at least get you semi-wood. Is I believe
Something-
what I use to describe this movie.
Yeah, that was
Little
somewhere
Skinamax.
in the neighborhood. Yeah.
But yeah, so for me, definitely 2 stars. What about you guys? What are you guys thinking? What are you guys giving that garbage fire?
2 stars.
I give
What'd
it
you
a
say?
1.5.
2.5.
2.5, 2, 1.5. So Friday 13th guy 6. Okay, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Friday 13th Part 6, which this is Jason Lives.
Good beginning. Yeah.
This is Jason Lives. This is Jason comes back. I believe this is the one where Tommy Jarvis revives him, right? He digs him
Yeah.
up.
Accidentally.
He stabs him with what was it? A piece of fence? And
Yeah.
Fence.
Yeah. Piece
well,
of that
fence pole.
spiked fence. Yeah.
he gets hit by lightning, and then the maggots are like, fuck yeah, and then they make him a new flesh, and then he gets up.
Yeah.
And this is my favorite fucking Jason design. I love this
Jason?
fucking. Yeah, this design for him I think is fucking top banana.
A banana.
This is where he bends the sheriff in half.
Come on.
Yeah, he bends him over and he butt fucks him.
Yeah.
With the fence.
Yeah.
This is the one where the dumbasses are playing paintball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it like a corporate match or whatever?
Yeah, that's how he gets his machete back. Very stupid. This movie's very cheesy, but motherfucker, does Jason look badass in this movie? This one and the next one, because they're pretty much the same design in this one and the next one.
Yeah.
But
More of a pancake face, though, isn't he?
yeah,
He's more decayed in this
That's 8.
7.
yeah.
Oh,
In
8 is
seven,
pancake face.
in 7, he's a lot more of a
zombie.
zombie. Yeah, he's a lot more of a zombie. In this one, not too much, but he's still so fucking badass. And then so many shots in this movie, this dude is like covered in fucking like slime, and he's always like wet, and it just makes him
Yeah.
look so badass. I like this movie a lot. I don't think it's as good as the one with Corey Feldman, the final chapter. I don't think it's that good, but I do think it's still definitely a 4-star movie.
This is the movie you find out he doesn't kill kids.
Yeah, this is a movie that you find out that he has a moral compass, at least when it comes to children. Yeah, which I think cool, because a lot of these movies, you end up cheering for Jason. You know what I mean? I feel like it'd be hard to cheer for him if he went in and slaughtered a bunch of kids. So I'm cool with it. I mean, if you want to kill a kid for fucking effect, I'm cool. I'm cool with that too. But I'm also cool with not slaughtering a bunch of children.
Yeah,
This is where
because
they
killing
bury
a
him
kid
in
just
the
to killing
middle
a
of
kid
the lake.
is not a.
Yeah.
This is the one where they chain him. They chain him to the bottom of the lake.
To the bottom of the lake.
To the bottom of the sea. There's Jason. There's Jason. There's Jason at the bottom of the sea.
Do 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 do.
So what's the star rating looking like? What are we doing? How are we doing here?
That's the kind where I want to take it to the movies.
So I go 4.5.
I got a 5.
4.5. Satchel's going 5. That's Satchel's 5.
Why for a combo?
Solid 4 for that
4.
one.
So everybody, I think everybody pretty much agrees that's a good one.
Yep.
And so next is still my favorite, and I know it's probably controversial, but this is still my favorite Friday the 13th movie. It's Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood.
Now where's that telepathic girl?
Yes, this is where he fights the girl with telekinesis.
Yeah.
Now this movie has problems. The ending for this movie is fucking stupid. I hate the ending for this fucking movie. However, I'm willing to let it go because pretty much everything else in this movie is fucking badass.
I don't understand why he wasn't more decomposed.
Yeah, it's just a guy. Some dude comes out of the fucking lake and he goes, ooh, and he puts fucking Jason in like the anal full Nelson, and that's it. That's how it ends. And it's like, that was my daddy, and it's like, okay, well,
I was
why
gonna say, wasn't that her dad?
why the fuck did he look like Phil from accounting? I hated that. I hated that. I still hate it. Just thinking about it upsets me. However, I love the characters in this movie. When I say characters, I mean Jason and the young lady with the telekinesis. I think she's fucking badass. She kicks Jason's ass the whole fucking movie. She just kicks his ass the whole like last quarter of the movie. It's like Home Alone type shit where she's hitting him with fucking lights and fucking just nails. Yeah, she breaks his mask. She makes it so tight that it breaks off of his face. We get a fucking good look at the zombie Jason, the super zombie as I like to call him.
Yeah.
Love this movie. Easy for me, 5 stars. Love this movie.
Hate the doctor.
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, you're supposed to hate him.
Yeah. Yeah. I liked it a lot too, but I would leave it at a 4.5.
This is definitely another 5. Besides the first.
The Forced.
The Forest?
Satchel, what do you think? 6 stars? 4 stars? 3
I'll
stars?
give it a 4.5.
Stars. 6 stars.
I mean, I love the suit was awesome.
Yeah, the way you could see
You
his
can see his spine
his
in the
spine.
back.
Yeah, exactly. I love that shit.
Yeah, well, and like the whole movie, he basically looked like he was still drenched with water, you know?
Yeah,
Just some beanie.
he looked very moisturized in this movie.
And the funny thing is that he looked bigger than part 6.
Just buff.
He looked more buff.
All that water.
Mm-hmm.
All that water, dude.
It was Kane Hodder got swole.
Oh, he was retaining fucking water.
Yeah.
Dude.
It's he's got water muscles.
No water muscles.
He's actually very well hydrated, and that helps
Fucking-
with your with
Fucking
cardio.
hydro cut.
Hydro pump.
Hydro pump.
Fucking hydro cut. I was too busy saying hydro pump to realize that what you said was pretty fucking funny. Fucking hydro cut. So you get fucking buff off water. Oh shit! How do you get some buff? Nah, dude, it's fucking hydro cut. I like that. Unfortunately, from here we go pretty fucking down. We go pretty hard downhill.
The
We
worst
go
movie.
downhill. We go pretty downhill, pretty fucking hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is easily the worst. One of the worst. I still,
Oh, I know.
I still put it higher than one more movie, but it's definitely one of the worst. This is a Friday 13th Part 8. Jason Takes
Manhattan?
Manhattan. And
Oh, wait a minute. Go back to 7 again.
okay, we're
the-
back. We're back to 7. What's up? we don't
best
actually have to
kill?
go back. Uh
Is that chick that has an attitude and she gets an axe and she flies across the room?
huh. I don't remember that.
Because they
I'm
tell her,
sure-
don't answer the door, don't go out. And she opens the door and she gets an axe across the face and she flies across the room.
That's funny. I don't remember that. Although to be fair, it's been a year or so, a couple of years since I've seen that movie again. I need to watch
No,
it.
that was
I need
awesome.
to be fair, I need to bone up on all these movies. I haven't seen seen any Friday the 13th movie in at least 2 years. So they're not fresh in my mind. But I believe
Yeah,
you.
it's
'Cause,
been a while.
This movie's pretty fucking good. I know when I watched it, I rewatched all the Friday the 13th movies for those lists I did, and I know that this one I still loved it. It still stood the test of time. It was still very enjoyable.
Now we
Yeah.
can move on to abortion.
Yeah, definitely one of the abortions. Friday the 13th Part 8. Jason gets on a boat.
Manhattan. On
I
a
believe
boat.
Mr. Teleporter.
Yeah, that's another line. He fucking Jason gets on a boat. When they call it Jason Takes Manhattan, should just called it Jason gets on a boat.
On a boat.
Because that's all it is. Most of the movie takes place on a boat because I don't know if you guys do. I'm sure you do. It's not fucking. It's pretty well known. This movie's budget was like
$100.
not super duper great, and to film in Manhattan is insanely fucking expensive, and so
Yeah.
they can only afford to film in Manhattan for like a day. And so that's why predominantly this movie takes place in the forest a tiny bit, but it mostly takes place on a fucking boat, or in like
Yeah.
these undescript back alleys, because they did. I think they were gonna get him in Times Square, and they did get him in Times Square. I think for like a little bit, but
Just for the
literally
walk. When
yeah.
he's chasing them.
that movie cost that fucking part in the movie cost them like the whole fucking budget.
Yeah.
Kicks the fucking boombox.
Yeah. That's
He lifts his mask.
That's the best part of the movie. That's easily
Yeah.
the best part of the fucking movie. He
Scares
kicks the
the gangsters.
boombox, and that dude pulls out the butterfly knife and does his little thing, and he holds it to him. What is it? You're dead, slime ball, and he fucking pulls up his mask. Nah, man, we cool. We cool, man. And he fucking takes off all those gangsters.
Yeah.
That's the best part of the movie. That's
Yeah.
easily that's the only
Yeah.
part of the movie that I found enjoyable, at least. But yeah, the characters suck. Jason teleports around. They ruin how dope he looks in the fucking old one. He gets hit by like, what hits him in the fucking sewer? Anyway, is it like toxic waste? What the fuck hits him?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
toxic
acid.
waste. Apparently, New York.
yeah, New
sweeps,
York.
Toxic waste underneath.
They just pump. That's another point I made. Is that in New York they just pump toxic waste through their fucking
Into
To
sewers.
the ocean.
Is it?
Well, also, there's like trash cans and it's full of like water, but it looks like fucking toxic waste. It's like
Well,
stingy and
it kills
shit.
the headmaster guy
Yeah, it looks
in
like
the
fucking
school.
toxic waste. I believe. Again, I don't want to go back to it too many times, but back to that review, another line that I enjoyed was, yeah, and apparently in Manhattan, there's just barrels of toxic waste everywhere on the streets. But no, that
That's too
part's
mean.
true. They got that part right. It's a little boosh on New York. Yeah, this movie's fucking terrible. This movie is awful. One of the worst. Easy 1 star.
Yep. Yep.
I'll
Yep.
agree with you on that one.
Yep. Yep.
100%.
However, the next movie is my personal least favorite, and that is Friday the 13th Part 9.
Jason Goes to Hell.
Jason Goes to Hell.
AKA
That story got so fucking convoluted.
Yeah,
Black
aka
eats his heart.
Jason. AKA Jason becomes a fucking shapeshifter, body morpher. All of a sudden, he can infect people like a fucking zombie.
He's a disease.
They retcon the fuck out of that. Like, I don't know how the fuck that works. What does that mean?
Isn't it like a creature in there?
Yeah, it's like a slug. He
Yeah.
becomes like
Yeah.
a slug, and he can like pass himself to other people. Not only did that
He
not
needs
make
a Voorhees
sense,
to be full again.
some shit, some dumb shit, and it's just a cheap way to have a Friday the 13th movie without Jason. He gets bodied immediately. He gets bodied the very fucking beginning of the movie, and for the rest of the movie,
Did you hear the jets when they dropped the missiles on them?
I don't remember. Is it like
The beginning of the movie.
yeah.
He gets bombed from the fucking sky, dude.
Yeah, no, I remember.
Skyrim?
Skyrim.
Yeah, no, it's fucking ridiculous. But not only that, he doesn't come out for most of the movie, and then finally at the end he comes back, and it makes no sense again. But the best part of this movie, unlike at least Jason Takes Manhattan, the best part of this movie is at the very fucking end, and it's literally like a 2-second thing, and it has nothing to do with anything, and it would give us a tease for a movie that wouldn't come out for fucking forever, and that is
He's still
Freddy vs.
looks
Jason.
fucking cool, though. Gotta
Freddy's-
admit.
yeah, no, he looks cool. He looks better.
The design was awesome.
Yeah, he looks better in this movie, but you see it for fucking all of like 30 seconds. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He looks badass, but you barely fucking see him. You barely see him at all. He gets destroyed immediately, and then he comes back, and then he gets fucking bodied again. And it's like, stop it. Yeah, I think the best part of this movie is Frey's glove coming out of the sand, and again, it was something so inconsequential, and it had nothing to do with the movie. But yeah, still fucking awful movie. Hated this movie. This is my personal least favorite. This is half a star. This doesn't even get 1 star for me. It gets fucking half a star.
I
Yeah,
gave
the story is very, very
I
convoluted.
give it a 1 only.
I
Yeah.
give 1. Uno.
Yeah,
Nah, es tres.
they tried, but it still didn't really make too much sense at the end of
I
the
think
day.
it's one of the movies that they don't really play a lot.
I don't blame him.
Shouldn't.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that they were just trying to add more to the whole Jason thing by adding all this other stuff to it, which at the end of the day really didn't make sense in the first place.
The thing is you try to give these psychotic killers reason when there doesn't need to be.
Yep. There's no
That's the
point in
same-
trying to make them human if they've already been established as something supernatural, you know?
Exactly, and that's the same shit that they do with Halloween, which we'll get to in a bit. But it's the same thing where you give these characters backstory and you try to give them like these weird supernatural elements, and it just convolutes everything. It just makes everything stupid. And don't get me wrong, these movies are already inherently stupid to begin with, but they're fun. And when you add this kind of shit, it becomes stupid for the sake of stupid.
You cannot get past my kid guardian.
Exactly. What he said about his gate guardian.
Yeah.
I'll get past it with my kunai with chain.
Garuzis.
Yeah, my Garuzis. Fucking Garuzis. Never realized how garbage that car was. I finally saw Garuzi's car and I was like, man, Joey's deck sucked. these Yu-Gi-Oh references doing it for you, Slim?
Uh-huh.
So
So they stare off into the kitchen.
from here, I believe chronologically the next movie we got was Jason X, aka Jason 10. But nobody called it that. Everybody just called it Jason X. And this is a
That
weird
was
one.
funny.
Yeah, this is a weird one because
Meta Knight Jason?
yes, this is Uber Jason, the birth of Uber Jason. This movie was fucking stupid, but I feel like it knew that it was stupid, and it was kind of tongue in cheek about how stupid it was, and for that, and for the fact that it doesn't take itself too seriously, I do like it. It's a guilty pleasure, Friday 13th,
Yeah.
definitely. It's definitely the worst Friday 13th that I like.
Yep.
Besides the guy being in love with his bot.
That was weird. Yeah, the whole thing with the bot was very cringy.
Yeah.
The nipples, dude.
Yeah,
They wouldn't stick.
the teacher. Well, no, not just that. I was thinking of the teacher. They cut to him, and he wants a better grade, and so
Oh, she's
yeah,
twisting his...
she breaks out the tweezers and she's twisting his nipples. Just weird shit like that. Just so
Oh, yeah,
fucking
you
weird.
definitely get an A now.
Yeah.
You bad.
Or when he tried to give Jason back his machete. He's okay now. He's okay.
Yeah. I like the kill where the two guys are in the virtual reality. And they kill the aliens, and fucking Jason cuts the one guy in half. He's like, hey, what the fuck? And the guy's laughing at him. And then he gets his head cut off.
Count.
Yeah, he gets his head cut off. And he's like, all right, man, simulation off. And they're sitting there, and fucking Jason's like, what the fuck?
What just happened?
Yeah, I like that one. This movie had some pretty decent kills, too. This is
Or the black guy gets impaled. You see
Oh,
that stuff?
yeah.
Stop me, and
He stabs him again.
Oh, okay, that's it.
Yeah, you know what? That's and my favorite part is he absolutely lied. That wasn't enough. He was still alive.
Yeah.
That dude
Still made it
lied.
to the movie.
That dude was a fucking badass, and I wish he got more screen time because he was super badass.
Yeah.
This one also had the good kill of where he grabs the girl when she's working on him in the
Oh,
lab. He
he
puts her.
freeze.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
freezes. He flash
Oh, that
freezes her
instant freeze.
face. Yeah, and then he fucking slams her,
Liquid nitrogen.
breaks her face. That
But
shit is.
you notice when he grabs her, he's grabbing her boob.
Yeah, he's fucking.
Yeah.
He's copping a feel hard, and I gotta tell you,
Mm-hmm.
I respect that.
Animal.
Yeah, I know. But I like this movie a lot. I like this movie quite a bit. Again, fucking terrible movie, but I enjoy it. It's stupid. It's stupid as fuck in a good way.
Feel sorry for that lady. She had to play ahead for the ending.
Well, I mean, I'm sure she was just in green screen. I mean, it's not that big a deal. I'm sure she was fine.
Yeah,
They
but I
didn't-
mean, the guy's holding her head and the rest
Well,
of her body, of course, they hide it, you know? It's like,
They didn't cut her head off. She's fine.
she lost her head, though.
Animatronic.
Shut up. So for
I'm
me,
trying to picture that.
for me, this is definitely I'll give it 3.5 stars. I'll give it a slight bump.
I'll give it
I do
4
like it.
Oh, the kills. That was a bit.
Yeah,
I
it's
like 4.5.
Mm,
4.5. Wow. So Jason X is apparently a fan favorite with the fucking Stingy Studios.
Yeah. Yeah, I give it a 4 as well because of all the cheeky fucking comedy shit
Yeah,
Winston kills
it's
on top of it.
Oh,
it's
remember
not
how he
bad.
kills the virtual reality girls? He puts them in the
Oh
sleeping
yeah.
bag.
Yeah, and that's
Nelson?
Beats
Starts
them.
playing pinata with them.
yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but that is the first time that we actually got that kill where he's beating somebody over with another sleeping bag or something similar. I know that there was a
Yeah.
similar kill in one of the previous movies like that, but it got
Yeah.
cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
They
guess
cut
it
it
just
down.
pay homage to it.
Yeah, pretty much. That's cool. I like that. I like little things like that.
Yeah.
So there's another movie. There's Freddy versus Jason, but I feel like
Yeah.
we should talk about that once we're done talking about Freddy.
Yeah.
But from there, we do have a remake to talk about. There was the Friday 13th remake. And I gotta tell you, of the remakes, it's definitely the best one. That isn't saying much because they're all basic fucking piles of dog shit. But this is a pretty good one. The way the movie
Did you
starts,
go and see it in the theater with us?
I believe so. Yes.
Everybody went crazy at the beginning.
Yes. That beginning was fucking incredible. That intro is so fucking badass. That
Oh,
is
when he fucking mutilates everybody?
Yeah, that intro, you're settling in. You're thinking like, okay, wow, we're getting right into it, huh? These are our characters, and everybody gets fucking destroyed except for the one girl who apparently looks like his mother, even though I fucking don't see it. But whatever. Everybody else gets fucking obliterated. And, oh my god, I love that shit. I love when he runs up. He has a machete. And he fucking runs up and boom, he hits that dude in the fucking head. Oh man, that
That's
shit
what
is
trying
so
to free
hard.
him.
everyone's started
trying to free him
cheering
from the
when they
bear
saw
trap?
that.
Yeah.
He's stuck in a bear trap and she's trying to free him and he just
Yeah. I actually recently saw that one because I think they added it on Netflix
it's on
or
Netflix.
Hulu. Yeah, they recently added it, and so I did rewatch that one. And it's not the
Doesn't he
best
hang
movie.
one and, like burner?
Yes, it's the chick
Oh
who's
yeah,
I think.
he burns in the sleeping bag.
Campfire.
Yeah,
Yeah, it hangs
Yeah.
over the.
the fire. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that movie is
Yeah.
that movie is really for a remake. It's really it's really good. Is it better than the originals? Because it basically combines 1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, 4, 5.
I like the way he looked. I like this jacket.
Yeah, he looked great.
Jacket.
He looked. I love the new sack. It's not really a sack. It's more like these wraps.
Yeah.
Maybe
Kinda
a
like
paper
bandages?
mache wrap. Yeah, I like that.
And then that fucking hillbilly that's like
Yeah, he's fucking molesting a mannequin.
yeah.
I
Remember
forgot what
that
he.
night when you took my virginity?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like why?
Yeah, it's
I remember that he was all high and he was like, "Oh shit, it's just you, Jenna. You remember that night you took my virginity?"
that movie. All the stoners in that movie are fucking fantastic. 'Cause that's a great character. That guy's fucking hilarious, and I love the other character, the black dude and the Asian character in the movie.
Yeah.
I love them. They're fucking hilarious. I remember when we went to
When he's-
see it. I remember we went to see
He's
it
fighting
with
him
Frank.
in the shed.
Yeah, he hands him a hockey stick. He goes, "Here, man, this will go with your mask. Complete your ensemble." I remember Frank lost his shit. I remember when that character died, Frank got so fucking pissed, and with good reason, because he was fucking hilarious. He's a great character.
And then
And that black dude, he fucking kicks his ass like, "Boom, you take this."
I make music. Oh, so like what? Do you like make rap music? What do you think? Just because I'm black, I'm gonna be doing rap music? And she's like, "Oh no, I'm sorry. So what kind of music is it?" Yeah, I'm making rap.
Yeah,
Makes her feel bad. But it's like, yeah.
To be fair, I would also do that too.
What, make rap music?
Oh yeah, dude. Rap music.
You're not black. As much as you want to be.
Yeah.
I said
It's
crap
not
music.
rap, right? It's crap music.
But
All
I said
right.
crap music.
Easy there, old timer.
Crab
rap
music.
Crab
crab
music for crab people.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a pretty good movie. Not the best, but definitely, a good movie.
He shot
Good remake.
that guy
Yeah, good remake.
driving the boat, and then she gets hit in the face with the boat.
Oh yeah, that shit's funny.
Yeah.
She's on the boat.
On the
Once
boat.
again, Jason's on a boat.
Yeah.
No, I enjoyed it.
Oh,
And
he
funny
was on the
enough,
boat.
yeah, I know he got destroyed off the boat. No, but funny enough, everybody like
The movies.
a lot of these movies are, they talk about sequels and shit, and this is definitely the best one. And I didn't hear a peep out of like sequels or anything for this movie, which I thought was odd.
Yeah.
But no, I like it a lot. I'm gonna give it another 3.5 stars. I do think it's a guilty pleasure once again because I don't think it's a great movie. The characters are very shallow. A lot of the characters are unlikable, but the characters that are likable are fucking hilarious. The main character, I don't hate him, and Jason's fucking badass. So for that, I'll give it 3.5. I'd say it's on par with Jason X, if not a little bit better.
Yep. Agreed.
So go 4.
4. I mean, I think it's worthy of 4 stars, but for me personally, I gotta give it 3.5. There's some things that bother me in the movie,
Simon.
Yeah.
but I mean, I respect the 4. I see why you'd give it a 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
I respect
Totally
it.
sees it.
También le doy 4.
Nice. So let's just move on because this is flowing pretty good. And that took us like an hour and 11 minutes, and so I do want to get through all of them, and so let's just immediately rattle on to the next series. Nightmare on Elm Street. This is another one of the big 3. We'll talk about the big 3 this podcast. And so yeah, the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Unlike Friday the 13th, immediately gonna fucking open it up. This movie gets fucking 5 stars. This movie's fucking incredible.
I don't
Fantastic.
remember if I've watched all of the Nightmare on Elm Street though. That's. So I
Don't
know if
worry.
I'll be able to chime in.
Well, I'll rattle off some. If you know about it, cool. If not, then I mean, it's you can still talk. You can ask questions. You can fucking just harp on Slim.
Yeah. Good point,
Fucking
good point.
spiked my controller.
So yeah, like the first one, I liked it a lot. It was a different premise from any of the other movies that we've seen that had slashers in it.
Good makeup. He's a burned old man.
I missed most of
always
that because
be
I spiked my controller.
Best.
You spiked the controller.
I missed almost the entirety of that. I came back and I just heard burned old man.
Yeah, that was awesome.
No, yeah, the original is fucking incredible. The original has such good shots. The characters are fucking lovable. I think all the characters are pretty damn likable.
When he's walking down the alley with his long arms.
That is my favorite shot in probably the whole fucking series. So I again, I did do a favorite Nightmare on Elm Street series. I did talk about it, and I did say that New Nightmare was my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street movie. Again,
Dark.
that changes, and over the years, I've come to appreciate the first one a lot more, and so
Yeah.
immediately the first one is my favorite movie. The original Nightmare on Elm Street is definitely my favorite of this series. But yeah, no, 5 stars, easy.
Yeah, it's immediately 5 stars.
Yeah, it's fucking incredible.
It's like Friday the 13th, classic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
With Friday the 13th, I think there's a little bit of an argument to be made. But I mean, I respect your opinion, definitely. I mean, I could see why a lot of people think it's classic. Unfortunately, I was born too late. I wasn't around for that shit. So I could only imagine how much fun it was back in those days to see those movies fresh. I'm sure it made people shit themselves. By the time I saw most of this stuff, yeah. By the time most of us here in this party saw this shit, those movies were already fucking old. We were still sperm, or close to it. But
Josh still is.
But I definitely agree with the Nightmare on Elm Street. Definitely fucking classic. So the next one, and this is another one that I actually really like. I don't know if everybody feels the same because it's a fucking weird movie. But Nightmare on Elm Street 2. I don't remember. Was there a subtitle? No, right? It was just Nightmare on Elm Street 2.
I think so.
Was that the one where he possesses a guy?
Yes.
Isn't that like there was a lot of gay killing in there, wasn't there?
It's because the director, producer, or writer, or maybe all three. I don't remember. It's been a while. I watched the Never Sleep Again, the documentary where they go over all the movies, but this was years ago, so I don't remember exactly. But apparently, a large number of the people who worked on it, and a large, I think, if I'm not mistaken, too, I think the main character, the main character in the movie, they were homosexual, they were gay, and so they intentionally made the movie with these very, very hardcore undertones or overtones of the homosexual culture. And I mean, it didn't bother me at all. I mean, I even at a young age, I recognized it. I'm like, man, this movie's pretty gay. I'm not gonna lie, these guys are pretty gay. That's fine though. I mean, it's cool. Whatever, I don't care. I love it. I love that scene where in the movie where they're at the pool party and fucking Freddy jumps out of the pool and he's like, "Yeah!" I love that shit. I love that shit, and it has that real cool shot of I guess it's like the tiki torches or the bonfires they have in the back, and they're going off. They're like popping off. They're going real high, and it zooms in on Freddy's face. He's got like a distorted face, and I think that's where he says, "You're all my children," or some. I don't remember what exactly he says. I think that's where he says the line. But that movie is just good, very good. However, yeah, there are some weird parts. The part where the coach finds them at like a weird gay club, BDSM gay club.
Yeah, doesn't he get killed with that shit on?
Yeah.
Stuff on there.
Yeah, and so he gets tied up in the shower, bare ass, and he gets whipped to death with fucking towels. That's weird. It's, like I said,
out of the box idea.
Don't care about the homosexual overtones. They don't bother me at all. But that was a little over the top. Like that was like you're kind of really hammering it home, which is what they wanted to do. So I respect it. Definitely, especially in those times, homosexuality and that whole culture hadn't really been embraced. And to be fair, it still hasn't been embraced. But at least we're hopefully making strides to be a little bit more equal. But I think it's a great movie. Again, the main character is, you think it's Mel. It's kind of a fake out. His girlfriend, and I'm using air quotes here. She's the main character. She's the hero. She's the strong one, and the guy who's being possessed by Freddy is not the hero of this movie. But I like it. Easy 4 stars for me.
I don't remember it all too well, so I'm gonna have to give it a 3.5.
Mm-hmm. And Slim, you said you didn't care for it.
Give that a 1.
What? Why didn't you like it? Was it is it because you're a fucking massive homophobe?
No, the fact that he came out of his element, he wasn't in your dreams, like when he jumped out at that swim party.
Well, it's because that's the whole gimmick, man. That's why he was possessing him.
No, but the whole gimmick of him is he's in your dreams, not for everyone to see.
Well, I mean, you have to mix it up, you know. Nah, I respect it.
Yeah.
I respect it.
The only part I liked is when he pulled off his face. And he came out of the kid's body. That's the only part I like.
Oh, that was pretty good. Yeah.
Other than that,
Also give it a cuatro. Tostellas.
Nice. So that's is that your least favorite Nightmare on Elm Street, Slim?
no, I got one that's least favorite.
All right. Okay, fair enough. Now I'm excited. I'm pretty sure I know which one too. So then we go to Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3. And I believe
Dream
this
Warriors?
is the Dream Warriors.
Dream Warriors. Yeah.
And this is another one that many people consider their favorite. And it's definitely up there for me. Don't get me wrong. Another enjoyable movie. Doesn't even make my top 3. Enjoyable doesn't. I enjoy 2 more than I enjoy the Dream Warriors. With that said, it's not a bad movie. Not a bad movie. Like I'm opening up negative, but it's not a bad movie.
It's where everyone gets their gift, no?
Yes, and that was my big beef with this movie is
was
that
funny.
everybody gets their
I think that's
gift,
the funny part.
and the gifts are so fucking cheesy, and half the people get these gifts and then they immediately get fucking destroyed.
The wizard.
Yeah, the wizard. Oh my god, dude, the fucking wizard. That shit looks so fucking garbage.
So 80s.
Isn't this that's the one with the chick who I like to play with knives, right?
Knives, yeah.
Oh man.
Drug
That's where Freddy looks at him. Oh, you like to play with knives? Are you sure about that? Let's get high, baby.
Yeah. That is
Get syringes. Yeah.
that's the best part about that is he does that let's get high, but he has a fucking syringe. I actually have that figure. I have a lot of Nightmare on Elm Street figures. That is one of the ones I like the most because he has the syringes on his hands.
Guys, welcome to primetime, bitch. In
Yeah.
This one, or is it? Yeah.
I believe it's
Yeah,
this
where
one.
he fucking
Yeah, welcome to
shows-
Primetime Bitch. Yeah.
Where he shoves the girl on the TV.
Yeah. Definitely a good one. Definitely a good one. Had some iconic kills, definitely. I mean, I got to give it a 4 stars also. A lot of these movies are going to be getting 4 stars because I think they're good. And this is
I
definitely
like
one
that
of the
one
ones.
5. I like when he gets that guy in bed and he cuts like his tendons out and uses them as a puppet.
Oh, we'll get to that one. We'll get there.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Well,
part 4?
No. No, isn't that is part 5? I believe.
Yeah, it's
Or
when
is it
they're
in the
in the
hospital, right?
asylum, the sleeping
Yeah.
asylum. Yeah, that's when.
See, to be
That's
fair,
the same movie.
which one? Part 3? Part 3 is the one with the sleepy guy?
Isn't it?
Maybe. I don't remember. For some reason, my brain wants to put it in Freddy's Dead.
Just 4.
But
right?
no, that's like 6. But I could just be thinking of I could be thinking of another kill. I'm thinking of the one where I'm thinking of a different one. I'm thinking of the one where it's really Wile E. Coyote. He pushes the spikes. You remember that shit? We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a bit.
Yeah, that's part 3.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a different one. I'm thinking
Yeah,
of a
that's
different
part 3.
one. I'm remembering incorrectly, and I'm thinking of a different one. I remember which one I'm thinking of now. It came back to me. But yeah, no, that's a really good kill. Yeah, the one that you're talking about, I remember also. I was just misplacing it. But yeah, no, that's a very good kill. This movie had some pretty fucking good kills. Let's be real.
Yep.
It had some pretty damn good kills. I just think the Dream Warriors, and I know a lot of people they hold the Dream Warriors in high esteem, and I just feel like, I mean, they're cool for their time, and I could respect that. I just wish they did more. I was a little bummed to see them get destroyed so easily. But yeah, I mean, still, even with all that said, I'm being a negative Nancy. I still give it a 4 stars. I still think it's a good movie. Still think it's a damn good movie.
Yep.
You guys, same?
Yeah, 4 stars.
So here's where things get a little weird. The thing is, too, is I don't remember these movies too well. I don't remember the next couple. So next is Friday 13th. Nightmare on Elm Street 4. And if I'm not
The
mistaken,
Dream Master?
This was the Dream Master, yeah, right? Because the next one is the Dream Child. Let me make sure, because I don't remember. I don't remember this one very well. Again, it's been a while since I've seen these, and even then, if I'm not mistaken, I wasn't crazy about this movie. Didn't hate it. Don't get me wrong. We'll get to the ones I hate in a little bit. Yeah, this is the one with Patricia Arquette. I remember this one.
This is where that girl gets everybody's power, no?
Yes.
Little by little.
Yeah, that's this one. That is Patricia Arquette's character. I don't remember what the fuck her character was. And then this one, if I'm not mistaken, this is the one where Nancy dies, right?
I believe so.
They kill off Nancy, if I'm not mistaken, pretty early. And that's kind of like Patricia Arquette takes her nipples and she puts them over her nipples, and then she has 4 nipples.
Oh, you know what we forgot about the third one? Is Freddy Worm.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, isn't that Freddy vs. Jason?
Yes.
No,
But
that's
no,
a caterpillar.
yeah, that's the, what is it called? The Fredipede? I don't remember. It actually has a name. Yeah.
It's pretty dope, though.
It's fucking hilarious. Now, I know the one Slim's talking about is where it's eating that girl.
Oh, I know which one. From the stairs? She's running like in a hallway and he fucking comes out and eats her.
Sort of like claymation type
Yeah.
stop motion. Everyone said it looked like a penis.
Well, yeah, it's supposed to look
Looked
phallic.
like a penis.
It was a penis.
I said he looks like a penis, the old man.
He is a penis.
Oh, did I take a shot at you or what? What'd you do?
You know what this was?
Yeah, and again,
It's
if I'm not
'cause Louis
mistaken,
slept, right? Calm down.
if I'm not mistaken, going back to Nightmare on Elm Street 4, I believe this is the one that they made on like a shoestring budget. The budget for this one wasn't great. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't this the one where he fights like a kung fu man?
Yeah.
And it's like he's fighting an invisible kung fu man?
He's fighting the gloves, no? The glove?
I don't remember too well. I just remember that he does fight a like a fucking. Also, I'm wrong. Nancy dies in part 3. It's not this one. She doesn't come out in this one. Nancy actually dies in Dream Warriors. But no, what I remember about this one is they just put up like some sheets, right? And I guess this guy's dream fucking warrior is he's like a kung fu man. And so they have like a karate fight, but the budget was so low that they couldn't animate anything. And so he's just fighting Freddy's voice, and he's basically fighting nothing. Do you remember that, Slim? Was that this movie?
Yeah, I think he kicks the glove out of his hand.
Maybe some shit. I don't remember. What I do know is that was fucking trash. Oh man, and that's this whole movie in a nutshell. I don't remember a whole lot of it. I remember that I disliked it, and I remember that it wasn't very good. It wasn't an abortion. Don't get me wrong, but pretty unmemorable. They just kind of tried to do Dream Warriors again, and it just
From this point on, it kind of got campy. He was telling more jokes.
Yeah.
Than usual.
Yeah, they get pretty bad from here on. They get worse. This is the beginning of the slide, but this isn't the worst one, I don't think. And I'd still say this is an okay movie. It's not the greatest movie. The characters are still likable. I like the characters in this movie, and Freddy's still good. But yeah, it's just more of the same. Give it a 3 stars. Not terrible, not great.
2.5.
2.5.
Just
Oh
2.
wow.
3.5 is it?
Oh, okay. 3.5. Satchmo 2. Oh, wow.
It was alright. It wasn't like bam.
Yeah, it was okay. I didn't hate it. Yeah, and I'm still thinking of Dream Warriors. Dream Warriors was Patricia Arquette. This one had a, I don't even remember who the fuck the girl was. This is some generic blonde girl or brunette girl, but not great, average, especially considering the fucking movies that it was following. Nightmare on Elm Street 5: The Dream Child.
I like the way Freddy looks there. He looks like an old man.
Yeah, Freddy looks pretty good. Some of the kills in this movie were fucking badass. The one where the guy gets like fused with his motorcycle.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, he tells him, "Let's go for a ride."
Yeah, that shit is super badass. I love the way that looked.
They had the ones the pizza.
The pizza. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. He's fucking eating.
The guy just sticks
pizza.
the glove in there.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out how to say that. Shish kebab. That's what I'm looking for. So I couldn't think of what to say, so I just said pizza again. He's eating pizza.
Look at meatball.
Yeah, it does look like a meatball. Look at the fucking meatballs.
Meatballs.
Isn't this the one? Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't this where they kind of go over his origin? Where they talk about he's the bastard son of, what was it?
The
99
Leonidas.
maniacs or 9,000 maniacs or some crazy shit.
Because it was none trapped in a crazy asylum.
Yeah, and so she was
Locked her in. Yeah.
raped by 99 maniacs or some stupid shit. Could have done without that. I think that's again, he doesn't. You're trying to put reason where there doesn't need to be. And again, the story. I don't even remember the story. I don't even remember. I just remember some of the kills. And that's about it. But I mean, on the upside, it did have some pretty fucking cool kills. With that said, again, this movie's carried on the back of some pretty good makeup effects and Robert Englund.
This is the one that had the little boy, no?
No.
No, that's the new Nightmare.
No. The little boy that she would see with him. And she was pregnant.
Oh, yes. The Dream Child. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I can't really think of anything else to say about this fucking movie. Some of the
I like
kills,
the way he
the
looked.
kills.
That's about it.
I like the way he looked, and I like some of the kills. Again, most notably the motorcycle one. I know this is the one also where he fucking stuffs the chick. He makes her eat until she fucking explodes.
Yeah. Instead of
That's just
knives,
one,
he had spoons.
Yeah, this is one too. The baby looked pretty funny. I have a little figure of the baby, the little Freddy baby. That's pretty cool. Thought that was humorous. That tickled my funny bone. But that's about it. Again, nothing memorable, nothing crazy, nothing amazing. I do put it above Part 4, so I give it 3.5 stars. I think it's better. I remember more of this movie than I do Part 4. So
Uh, give it a 4-ish.
A four-ish?
Just for the makeup.
a 4-ish, just for how cool Freddy looks.
Yeah.
I have to look at what the next one is because I don't remember. I think it's Freddy's Dead.
That's when he fights his daughter, no?
Yeah, so Nightmare on Elm Street isn't. There is no Nightmare on Elm Street 6. It's Nightmare on Elm Street: The Final Nightmare.
I kind of remember it.
Is this the one?
Ah.
Okay, so this is the one I'm thinking of. This is Freddy's Dead. Yeah, okay, Freddy's Dead: The Final Nightmare. Okay, so I do remember this one. This is the one with the kill that I was thinking of. Yeah, I think it's how it starts. There's a, or no, this is how I think he kills the guy who thinks he's his son. So the whole thing is like one of the characters is his kid. And so there's a guy who thinks he's his son and he has him, I guess, sleepwalk.
Oh, he
he's like-
transfers into another city, no?
Yeah, and he's like
Helps
flying. Is this, I think this is where he's in a witch
This is the
costume
one
or some
where he
shit.
gets hit with a bus, though.
Yes. Yes, this is one of them.
Where he's trying
But,
to escape and the bus hits him.
Yeah. But so he drops him from a really high spot and he's basically falling down and you see Freddy and it's actually pretty funny. He has his back to a cart and he's literally pushing a fucking bed of spikes under this guy. And so, finally the guy lands and he gets impaled on the spikes. That's what I was thinking of when I was thinking of the puppeteer. No, but this movie's fucking terrible. This movie fucking sucks, man. I'm sorry. There are some cool parts of it. Again, I think Freddy definitely came out better than Jason. He has a lot. Even his terrible movies, there's some enjoyable shit in them. Because I do think that there's some enjoyable shit in this movie. But with that said, it's fucking. The ending sucks. The ending's fucking stupid. Where they put on the 3D glasses and they go into Freddy World. That shit was fucking stupid. Jesus
Someone
Christ.
She impales him with dynamite or something, no?
Yes. Yeah, and then he explodes, and then you see all the little Freddy sperm. Yeah, they're all flying around. Yeah. Yeah, this movie fucking sucks. But again, there's some funny shit. I know a lot of people hated the power glove. I thought that was fucking cool. I liked it. I thought it was funny.
Nintendo.
Yeah, he has the power glove on. And he even says, now I'm playing with power. And he fucking pulls out the power glove. Starts fucking with them. Thought that was pretty funny. Again, I do remember. I retained that information about the kill with the spikes. I thought that one was pretty funny too. But overall, just not good.
Is this the one that they had the comic book Freddy Gray? All
Yeah.
buff.
Yes. Yes, that's this one. Yeah, again, cool parts, but bad movie.
Yeah.
I give it 3.5.
Well, this is another one. 3.5. That's pretty fucking generous. This is another one where there's unnecessary 3D, but I remember again going back to the documentary. I remember that a lot of people didn't understand. So apparently, they didn't do a good job of telling people that when the characters in the movie put on 3D glasses, that the people in the audience should too. And so a lot of people went in there, and when they put on the 3D glasses, they were just like, what the fuck is this nonsense? And then they're like, why does the movie look shitty? They didn't realize they were supposed to put on the 3D. Yeah, they were supposed to put on the 3D glasses. And once again, this is one of those things where it was a decision that probably made sense at the time. But now that you go back and you watch it, it's so fucking stupid. You know what I mean? Like, why did 3D glasses get you to fucking Freddy World? It's just so fucking dumb.
There's
I
special Freddy glasses.
I guess. However, I do. There is a scene in this movie that I like. I like where he's cutting off his fingers, and he's going over the many times that, or many ways that people have tried to kill him. I love that. That's a very fucking cool part in this movie. Other than that, meh. 2.5 stars.
I give it a 3.
3.
Yeah.
And so that's not bad. That's still a good number. And Nightmare on Elm Street Part 7, there is no 7. If I'm not mistaken, the next one in our list. Yeah, okay, it is.
New Nightmare?
Next one is Wes Craven's New Nightmare.
Yeah.
That's what
when he's a demon.
the Flesh Glove, no?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they pretty much retcon the fuck out of the Nightmare on Elm Street series with this movie. It's very meta, where basically Nightmare on Elm Street in this universe is also a movie. The characters in the movie they play themselves, and so
Nancy comes back.
Yeah, and I'm trying to remember her fucking name, but it's eluding me. But either way, so everybody basically just plays himself in this movie, and it's very surreal. It's very fucking weird. And I remember I saw this movie as a kid, and it scared the fucking dick off me. God damn, this movie scared the shit out of me.
Freddy's in a trench coat.
And not just because Freddy's in a trench coat. Yeah, not just but because Freddy's he's no longer really joking around. He's no longer cracking jokes and we're fun and we're funny. He was like pissed in this movie. And
It's dark.
yeah, he's like an ancient evil. It's not even technically Freddy Krueger, if I'm not mistaken. It's like an ancient being that takes on
like
the
he
form of
was
Freddy Krueger.
He was a demon in this one.
Yeah, basically.
And then when they recreated that glove, it became a flesh glove when he combined himself with it.
I don't know. But what I do know is that this movie fucking balls to the wall, one of the best Freddys. And this is another movie that I'm just going to go out and say definitely 5 stars for me. The kills in this movie, they pay homage to the older movies. Freddy looks fucking badass in this movie. And the characters that you remember, they return, a lot of them, and they just play themselves as actors. But then as the movie rolls on, they start calling each other by their names. Like I know Nancy's father, I forget, again, his name eludes me too. It's been a while since I've seen Never Sleep Again. But in the movie, he's talking to the actress, I forgot her name too, but he keeps calling her Nancy. And I was like, that's a good little touch.
Like the way they killed the babysitter.
Heather Langenkamp. I knew it would come back to me. Yeah, no, the way they killed the babysitter in the again, it pays.
Saw it, you know?
Yeah, it pays homage to pays homage to what was her name, Tina?
Johnny Depp, no?
The very first one where she gets slaughtered in the roof.
Yeah, they did the whole thing. In this one, it's kind of the same thing, and it sucks too because the babysitter is such a likable character in this movie.
Yeah, she cares for the kid a lot.
Yeah. One thing I will say about this movie, and this is why it is dropped from the upper echelon, and again, it's still in my top 3. Definitely, it's probably number 2. But the reason that it's not number 1 is I cannot fucking stand the kid. The fucking kid is a fucking terrible actor.
You don't like the Alka-Seltzer foaming in the mouth?
He is
And the butter knives?
fucking horrible, dude. I went back to watch these movies. Yeah, I went back to watch these movies. Well, the part 2 where that's where I'm bringing this up. The part where his babysitter is getting fucking slaughtered on the roof. He's making this face and this sound. He's going, and I couldn't, dude. I started laughing so much. I never noticed it up until that point. But now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. It's just too fucking funny to me.
Sorry about
No, you're fine.
That was my laughing and pain at the same time.
Yeah, but still, I love the movie in spite of the child.
What was it? His T-Rex was his protector.
Yeah. I think his T-Rex was literally, was this called Rex? No? I forgot what he...
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a better job in
Yeah.
acting.
The stuffed T-Rex was better. I felt more sympathy for the stuffed T-Rex than for the fucking kid. But yeah, no, that was it was still a good movie. That's my biggest critique. But definitely 5 stars. What's your guys' take? What do you think?
I say 5 stars too.
I like 5 because it was dark.
You like?
It's actually a demon. I like that. It
Yeah.
got off the funny joke kills.
Yeah, definitely. So
And of
before
course,
we
a
move
different
on,
look.
yeah, definitely. I think the look is probably one of my favorite things. And it's still, he's still got the same shit. You know, he's still got the red green sweater, but they just added to it, and it made him
Trench
look
coat.
better.
Yeah, they put the
Yeah.
trench coat and the flesh glove.
Yeah. But before we move on to Freddy versus Jason, why don't we do what we did with Friday 13th, where we let's talk about the elephant in the room. Friday 13th, the remake.
Friday the 13th remake again? Or
Nightmare on Elm Street.
I mean, you mean Nightmare on Elm Street? The turtle face?
Which one?
Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake with Jackie Earle
Which
Haley.
one? I don't remember
one?
any remake.
Turtle face Freddy.
You have
I don't
nothing
remember
to
any
worry
remake.
about. This won't hurt one.
Goes from New Nightmare to Freddy versus Jason. I don't remember anything in between.
Well, yeah, technically you're right, because Freddy vs. Jason was before the remake, jackass. But we're talking about the remake.
Fish face.
Yeah.
Good old Michelangelo Jason. Michelangelo Freddy looked like a
Rorschach.
fucking turtle. So the argument
if they
with
would've
that,
done the Freddy good, it would have been a good movie.
I disagree. I 100% disagree. I think
think
Freddy
it was
could have looked. I think he could have looked like a super demon. He could have looked so badass that I would have came and it would have still been a shitty movie. Here's my gripe with the movie, and I wrote a whole fucking blog post about it like fucking 8 years ago when the movie came out. The reason I hate this movie is I hate the characters, first of all. I don't like any of the fucking characters. But they retcon it. So he's no longer a killer per se. He's a diddler. So he didn't kill
Those are cha-chas.
kids, apparently. I mean, if he did, they don't make it clear. But he diddled their cha-chas.
And he became
so-
a molester.
And he was a molester because he diddled their cha-chas. So they burn him. He
Yeah.
comes back, and he's a killer now? Okay, fine. He's pissed. Cool, whatever. Fine. I'm willing to let that go. But then, these kids, he's appearing to them, and these kids are seeing him. And so they go off on a pilgrimage to see, okay, what the fuck is going on? They find his diddle room. They find like evidence, and they naturally, this is before they find his diddle room. They find evidence that, this guy was killed. We said that he diddled us, and then you guys turned around and burned him. And so their natural assumption from the man who killed their friends and is trying to kill them is that he's pissed because he died and was wrongly accused of diddling them. He's killed people, and you're giving him the benefit of the doubt. So then we spend like an hour where they're trying to like clear his name, and then they find his diddle room, and they go, "Oh no, wait, he did diddle us. We were wrong." That's the movie. And then they fight Freddy, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, well, I guess we have to fight him, even if we were right and he didn't diddle us, we still trying to kill us, but I mean, fuck it. We're gonna clear your name, Freddy. Don't worry. Fucking stupid. The
Yeah,
movie.
I was getting that movie mixed up with the other one.
Which one?
Freddy
New
vs.
Nightmare.
Jason.
Oh no. Freddy vs. Jason is a
'Cause
masterpiece
I
compared
didn't
to
see
this one.
this one.
You never saw the remake,
I refused to see it. As soon as I saw his face, that was it.
dude.
You
We are
liked it?
We are watching the remake. We are. This is 2020. This is happening. We are gonna make Slim watch the remake. We're gonna all watch it together. Don't believe me. I don't want to watch it either. It's on.
How bad
Apparently,
can you
people.
be?
I think Pete was telling me it was on Netflix. I think.
It is.
Or it's on. Yeah, it's on something. So we're watching this fucking movie, and we're gonna come back next month or whenever we come back for
I
our
don't
next
have
podcast.
Netflix. Sorry.
I do. Don't worry.
Shit,
we're gonna come.
I'll do my account too.
Yeah, no, don't worry. You're there too, motherfucker. You're not getting out of this. We're all watching this movie together, and then we're gonna come
Maybe
back.
I'm having surgery that day.
Well, that's fine. You're gonna be in bed. You can fucking watch it in bed. I'll cuddle with you.
Oh,
we're gonna
trap me in bed and watch it.
we're gonna watch this movie. We're gonna fucking.
You're gonna
and then
love it.
We'll do a podcast. I would love to get your thoughts on this movie. And just, I want you to remember everything I just fucking said while you're watching this movie. I don't want you to enjoy this movie one bit.
I'm sorry,
little
it wasn't.
bit.
It wasn't the fact of the story. It's just as soon as I saw his face, I heard his voice.
No,
you
he looked like shit. Like, here's the
That
thing.
was
Jackie
it.
Earle Haley is a fucking fantastic actor.
After I saw that guy in what was the other superhero movie?
Oshak, the Watchmen.
The Watchmen.
Yeah, Watchmen. Mr. Naked superhero.
Yeah, no, that movie.
Manhattan.
The blue
I wasn't crazy about that movie. Although apparently the HBO television show is a lot better. I gotta check it out. But I wasn't crazy about the movie. It was this blue dick preaching at me for 3 hours about how much I suck. But with that
I
said,
loved it.
to be fair, here's how I described it to Frank, because I saw it with Frank, and Frank enjoyed
How's your
it,
first
and-
mistake?
Don't be ugly to Frank, all right? Here's the thing. I enjoyed parts of the movie, and the way I broke it down was when Rorschach and the owl, I forgot his name, Night Owl, when they were on the screen,
Rohans?
the movie was fucking badass. The movie was fucking dope as shit. Whenever Blue Dick appeared on the screen, immediately I fucking tuned out. As soon as I saw Blue Man, I was like, "Fuck this movie." It's a tale of two movies, because all the blue fucker, and I get it. It's a tale of hubris and shit, and this basically he's a god, and how he sees people and how he sees things. But the thing is that it's very preachy. And don't get me wrong, I'm fine with that. But whenever the blue fucker appeared, all he would do was preach. And it was just so fucking tedious. Whereas when Rorschach and fucking Night Owl, when they came on the TV, or on the movie screen, excuse me, it was badass. They did cool things were happening. And so, anyway, that's my Watchmen spiel. But no, Jackie Earle Haley, I think he's a good actor. It's just, I don't know what his direction was for this fucking movie. Like, I don't get it. Even the way he sounded was fucking terrible. He didn't sound scary. He sounded stupid, and I get. I know
he was wearing dentures.
Well, the whole thing was apparently they were going for a more realistic take. They were going for a more realistic, like, well, if he was a burn victim, this is how he would look. And I think the point that they missed was that, yeah, Freddy was a burn victim, but at his core, he wasn't just Burn Man. He was always, and in my eyes at least, he was a demon. He was a dream demon. And that's the point that they missed. Jackie Earle Haley's Freddy Krueger wasn't a dream demon. He was pissed off Burn Man.
Well, I mean, they
And
couldn't even do the prosthetics on the face complete. They had to use a little bit of CGI in it.
yeah, they had to use a little bit of CGI for some parts,
Kind
and
of
I don't
shit
know.
is that?
It looked fucking ridiculous too. It's like, wow, you couldn't even do that, huh? Wow, you guys are. That is fucking sad. But yeah, it just missed the mark altogether. I didn't like Jackie Earle Haley as Freddy Krueger, and that's coming from somebody who enjoys Jackie Earle Haley as an actor. I didn't like his take on Freddy Krueger. I didn't like the way he looked. I didn't like the way he sounded. I didn't like the jokes. I'm using air quotes here. They went for like a darker take. It didn't work. Again, they went for a darker take, and I feel like if you want a darker take on Freddy Krueger, just watch New Nightmare. There you
I
go.
think if Robin England was in that movie, it would
Robin?
save it.
No, no. Um, it would it make it a little bit better? Sure.
Enjoyable,
If
probably.
if Robert England was Freddy Krueger, would it have made it a little bit more enjoyable? Yes. However, in my opinion, and again, this is just my opinion. In my opinion, though, the movie script has a lot of deep flaws. The characters in the movie, other than Freddy Krueger, are very flawed, and not in a good way, not in a way that's relatable. They're just, I'm talking more in terms of their acting, the direction. It's very like an angsty movie for some fucking reason. I don't know why. It's like the Abercrombie and Fitch Nightmare on Elm Street. There's a lot of weird decisions in the movie, and even Robert Englund, for me, couldn't have brought that out of the dumpster. If anything, I'm glad Robert Englund avoided this fucking trash fire.
He's not wrong.
But yeah, so let's jump back. So Freddy versus Jason, they finally got it on. Took a long time for them to fucking do the movie. From what I understand, if I'm not mistaken, they went through a ton of scripts. There was a shitload of problems making this fucking movie work.
Yep.
But eventually they did it. Eventually they fucking got it. They got it to sync up.
I mean,
And so
if it was a crappy movie, in some people's eyes, it was still an iconic movie because it brought them together.
I agree. And here's my take on the movie. The parts where Freddy and Jason are duking it out are fucking top banana. That is the best part of that movie, and the movie does deliver quite a few scenes where these two dudes just kick the shit out of each other. It has a definitive ending. Now, granted, there's a little bit of a nod, for Freddy fans that go, "Oh, well, Freddy didn't lose. He's still alive. He's still alive and kicking." He gives a little wink to the camera, but Jason won. Like, let's be real. Jason won
He took
the
the
fight.
trophy back.
Yeah, Freddy's still alive. Don't get me wrong. Like, Freddy didn't die. Freddy's not dead. But Freddy versus Jason won because there was supposed to be a sequel. Freddy versus Jason won. Jason won. The fight. He didn't kill Freddy, but he won the fight. And there was supposed to be a sequel, and that's why he gives a little wink, like, "Hey, I'm not dead. I'm still good." But for this one, Jason won, which I like that there's a definitive ending. I like that somebody won. And I do like that Freddy gave a little wink because for me personally, I am a Freddy fan. I like Freddy more than I like Jason. Don't get me wrong, I love Jason. It's like picking children. However, I like Freddy Krueger more than Jason Voorhees. And so in the movie, I'm pulling for Jason, believe it or not, because he's Freddy Krueger's kind of a dickbag in this movie. Freddy Krueger's kind of an asshole. And so I'm pulling for Jason, but I also don't want Freddy to die. You know what I mean? I don't want Jason to like body him. So I'm happy that Freddy gives a little wink, like, eh. For me as a Freddy fan, I was like, yes. All right, cool. But yeah, Freddy versus Jason, the parts where Freddy is versing Jason, fantastic.
I mean, I love the beginning where he gives a speech.
Oh yeah, and it's that close up of his mouth.
Yeah.
All rotten.
Yeah. That's fantastic. I think the way they got him together and the way they had him fight, I love the idea of it. I think it was fucking cool. I like the idea that people are forgetting about Freddy, so he conscripts Jason to fight for him, and to he manipulates them, and then they end up fighting. The main issue with the movie for me is that the characters are super unlikable. The human characters.
I like the stoner.
The stoner's funny. However, my issue with the stoner is that discount Jason Mewes. It's so obvious that is supposed to be Jay from Jay and Silent Bob. That was my problem with him. I would look at him and I'd go, "You're not Jason Mewes. Fuck you." But he's not. He's not terrible. I mean, he played Jason Mewes fine.
Hey, how about boobs and ass? The beginning.
Boobs and ass. Boobs and ass.
The girl that's swimming naked.
Oh, where he impales her in the tree.
At the very beginning of the movie.
I don't remember. Maybe it's because I'm not a pervert and I don't think about boobs and ass. I don't remember. Or maybe
You're a pervert.
Yeah, you know what it is? Maybe I'm fucked up in the head, because the first thing that popped in my mind was when Jason's having that flashback, or no, the girl's having the flashback, and she's like, "You're not gonna help him," and Freddy's fucking the dead body.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
It's
when
not
he
my
turns
fault
into a
this bitch is
demon.
dead on her feet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's where he comes out as a demon. I love the fucking way he looks.
Yeah.
I love that fucking demon makeup.
I would
they
like
did
to
for
see
him.
more of that, but
I would love. I mean, we did get a little bit of it in New Nightmare, where he went kind of full demon in that movie, and I love the way he looked in that movie too. However, with that said, I like this one more. I like the way he looks with
I
this
have the
makeup
action
more.
figure.
Yeah, I remember.
Freddy
yeah.
Demon.
Yeah, he looks fucking badass, dude. He looks so cool. But yeah, like I know, I think Kelly Rowland, the chick from Destiny's Child, she's in this movie,
And
and
she gets
Oh,
bodied.
that's fucking hilarious, man. She fucking
he sends her flying, where he fucking hits her, and she slams against the
or
tree.
she's talking shit to Freddy, that's why.
She's talking
Well,
shit
yeah,
to Freddy.
and he hits her with that fucking that line that he hits her with would not fly. I'll just say it. She's talking shit to him, and he just turns around, he smiles, he's all, dark
He
baby.
points.
Yeah, that would not fucking fly in this PC culture that we have nowadays. With that said, I thought it was a funny line. And I mean, Frey's a scumbag anyway. So I mean, even if Frey's a little racist, he's a piece of shit anyway. So, with that said, yeah, I thought that was a little racy. But yeah, her character is very like flippy floppy. I don't really like her at the beginning, but I guess she kind of has like a redemption arc with the
Well, because
nerdy
she's
guy.
the asshole to the
Yeah, she's an
that kid.
The
asshole.
nerd dude.
But then she kind of redeems herself, and she kind of finds him. I think her and the nerdy guy are the only characters that I would define as semi likable. The main girl, the I guess the final
loud one?
girl, yeah, she sucks. I don't like her. I don't like the guy, her boyfriend or whatever the fuck he is. I don't know. I don't like him either. I don't like anybody, pretty much, other than Kelly Rowland and the nerdy guy. And even
Oh, but
then,
the guy's friend, the one that puts his ass up against the glass, the hospital, and gets a shot.
Oh, the one that
I think
delivers Freddy's message.
yeah, no, I think he's cool. I like him, but he's not around for very long, so I don't really count him.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, I liked him, but he's not around for very long. And to be fair, most of the likable characters aren't around for very long. The problem is that the two people that they chose to be the heroes, or the final girl or whatever, they fucking suck. And then
Lori?
we get, I guess, yeah, was that her name? Yeah, right.
That was her name, Lori. Yeah.
They suck, and
There was
And-
Lori and Will.
the fact that you remember this is fucking astounding me.
Shut up.
But I think my biggest beef with this movie, and I think this movie's cardinal sin, is that Freddy and Jason are fighting, and she interferes with the finale of the fucking fight. That's the thing that probably pisses me off the most.
And she
Or
blows
she's
him up.
Yeah,
with gasoline.
that is the thing that pisses me off the fucking most. I wish they had just let him duke it out, and maybe she fucking blows up the winner, or maybe she just dies. Maybe everybody fucking dies because they all suck anyway, and then we just have Freddy versus Jason. I don't understand why we always have to, and it's the same. It's the same issue I have with fucking Godzilla, and I get it.
The
that
first
these-
one?
Yeah, the second one too, to an extent. But at least the second one, the characters are a little bit more likable. But the first
And
one,
the
especially,
second one, they actually showed the fighting. The first
Yeah,
one,
they showed the
showed
fighting.
fighting, and they'd close the door on you. Like, that's enough.
but even then, my second one is my big fucking beef with it is that they killed Sakazawa.
Yeah, he's been around since original Godzilla.
Yeah, and I get it. I mean, I appreciate the send off they gave him, but he was my favorite character in the fucking movies, and now I'm stuck with all these fucking characters that I'm not super crazy about. So, Sarazawa.
It was
I'm sure the character's going to change for each movie.
Well, he was a constant though. He had come out and he came out in the first one. He came out in the second one. He was the I think if I'm not mistaken, he's the only character that came back from the first legendary Godzilla. I didn't recognize any of the characters.
Yeah, he's been around for all of the Godzilla movies, and he finally decided to retire from the Godzilla series. 'Cause after that, he did Detective Pikachu.
Which, to be fair, I loved him in Detective Pikachu. Also, I don't remember the name of the actor. I actually remember. I had it like ingrained in my memory for a while, but I recently just watched fucking Godzilla, and so that's why the name Sarazawa is fucking like stuck in my head right now. But the actor who plays him is fucking fantastic. He's a fantastic actor. Because I did like him in Detective Pikachu also. Ken Watanabe.
Isn't it
I look.
Pikachu?
Yeah, he comes out in Detective Pikachu. And again, he doesn't have a big part in the movie, but he's actually
I'm trying to remember when.
he's
When he's the son's father's friend.
yeah, I think it's when he first gets to Rhyme City.
Yeah,
He goes to the police station, and he talks to the captain, the guy or the police chief, and the police chief is Ken Watanabe, aka
okay.
Dr. Sarazawa from Godzilla.
Tells him
I'm
that
glad.
his
It made me
father was
happy.
killed.
I didn't put that together. I missed that completely.
It's because he didn't have a Blastoise or Charizard in front of him. He didn't go, let them fight.
Last.
That's my favorite fucking line. That's the best line in the fucking first movie. That's probably the best part in the first movie. Is that they're like, what do we do? Let them fight. And then they go and they start throwing hands. Oh, shit's so badass.
Because he argues with them. What you need to do is trust in Godzilla. You must
That's his whole
let
thing.
them
Yeah,
fight.
that's his
It's
whole.
just let
Even in
them
the
fight.
second one, in the second one too. That's they're like, we're gonna drop a nuke on him, and his whole thing is just not trust in Godzilla. Godzilla will do it, and I love
I
that.
think we all went to go see that movie together, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. No, but I
Remember.
love. Well, we all did, except for Slim. I remember Slim didn't see it because, if I'm not mistaken, his back was already exploding. No,
Yeah.
or did
The
you go see it
second
with
one?
us? The second one. No, you didn't. I remember you saw it later. You saw it a lot later.
Probably because you guys wanted to talk about it, and I saying I hadn't seen it yet.
I remember you're like, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Well, bitch, we want to talk about it. Go watch it.
Yeah,
Oh,
that made me sad though when he went in there to revive Godzilla. He's like, it's nice knowing you, old friend. And I was like, no. The
Yeah,
Godzilla movies will never be the same.
I'm not gonna lie. I was really bummed because as far as human characters go in those movies, he's the only one that I really cared about. None of the other
Yeah.
characters really resonated with me. I maybe it's easier to more to like, especially because it's like a retro Godzilla movie. I identify more with like the Japanese characters in the movies because that's his origin. That's where he comes from. And so I know like there was the female Japanese character. I don't remember her name in Godzilla King of the Monsters. I did like her a lot too. Thought she was pretty good. And then also the doctor, the British doctor, the one who gets eaten by fucking Ghidorah. I liked her a lot too, but she unfortunately she didn't last very long. But now the human characters, I could hit or miss. I did like I know Ice Cube's son came out in the movie. I don't remember his name, but Ice Cube's son did come out. He's one of the soldiers in that movie, and he's pretty good. I like him. But unfortunately, his character is kind of a bit character. He doesn't really do a whole lot. He's just kind of generic soldier man. But I do like Ice Cube's son as an actor because I did see Straight Outta Compton. He's really good in that movie. And so this movie, I think he did a pretty good job. But unfortunately, he's kind of relegated to the background. Unfortunately, we get the father and the wife or his wife, and his wife fucking sucks. I couldn't stand her. The father, he's all right, kind of just generic. The daughter was a cool character. I liked her. Probably
11?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. She's probably the only character that I liked, other than the only American character other than Ice Cube that I liked in the movie. I'd say Ice Cube's son. The motherfucker, dude, he looks a lot like his dad. It's a trip. It's a trip how much like his dad he looks.
That's why he did the
Straight Outta Compton. Yeah, and it's very believable. You feel like you're watching fucking Ice Cube. It's crazy. Okay, we got way the fuck off track.
Yeah, I didn't want to say anything. I was enjoying the talk.
Real talk.
To be fair, it's because, the same way that we are with fucking horror movies is the same way we are with Godzilla movies. And these newer Godzilla movies, they actually give us something to talk about because they're not terrible. Even the first one, I had a lot of problems with it, but it wasn't terrible. And the second one's a lot better.
Characters.
In the first one?
I hate the main characters, yeah.
Yeah.
Screaming, crying girl, always.
Yeah, I hated the characters in the first one also. Couldn't stand them. Couldn't
I
stand
love
anybody.
the dad, and he died the first part of the movie.
Oh, yeah. Bryan Cranston. Yeah. Again, the first one, the best character, fucking Serizawa.
Speaking of that guy, have you seen the movie with
There you go.
Kevin Hart?
I don't think so.
Kevin Hart
Newer?
and
The Rock.
It's not too old.
Jumanji.
And the guy from Breaking Bad, he's a paraplegic.
Go on. Just fucking yell in the background.
Jumanji.
Who do you think it was?
Steve.
And he's a paraplegic, and Kevin Hart ends up taking care of him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're talking about that? Yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. That's a good movie. Oh, getting spasms. Sorry, guys. Hold on.
Dick spasms? You coming?
I wish. Better.
Anyway, we got fucking way off track. Freddy versus Jason. Freddy versus Jason. What does everybody think? Let's just fucking rate it.
I give it a 5.
Of his old bone working?
Classic.
I don't know.
It was bringing two iconic horror characters together finally.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I get what
you can't go wrong with that. I mean,
you can, and I feel like they did, but
I mean,
with that said, I mean, I still enjoy it. I'll still
love the way the guy got bent in the bed.
Yeah, that was really good. That was fucking ugly.
That guy never dropped his beer can.
Yeah, he's a trooper.
He didn't have a chance. He probably squeezed it.
Like when fucking Freddy is playing pinball with Jason. That shit was pretty funny.
Oh,
tilt.
Yeah. One thing I did, again, going back to the movie, one thing I fucking hated that this movie retcon is that Jason's afraid of water. That was fucking stupid. I couldn't stand that shit. That made no fucking sense to me.
After he's been underwater, part 7.
Yeah, he basically is a fucking... he becomes basically a fucking water monster, and this movie's like, nah, he's afraid of it. Fuck you. Yeah,
I mean, I
that's like,
understand if he was a kid, yeah, he'd be scared of it.
yeah, but now
That's
as
what
an
they went
adult,
back to. Yeah.
but I mean, little grievances. I'll just on principle, I have to give the fucker 5 stars.
That was a
I
good
mean,
movie.
I love where Jason lives.
Camp Crystal Lake.
You see the way he had those bodies floating inside the
Oh,
The
the
area
fucking
he
water.
had?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
waterlogged cabin. Yeah.
that was pretty badass.
Hmm.
Now we know where everyone that he kills goes to.
In his closet.
I think
He
that covers
swims with the dead.
both Freddy and Jason.
Yeah.
And so we still have Halloween, which I think we can get through pretty quickly because we've already kind of talked about it a little bit. And also there's not as many movies, thankfully. But
Oh, there's a lot of movies. Isn't it like 8 movies? 9?
Halloween.
yeah, but compared to this one and compared to, here's the thing. The thing about these movies, there's a lot of these movies that there's a lot to talk about, and there's kind of there's a lot of good moments. Michael Myers has had it rough, man. He's had it real rough.
Yeah.
let's go ahead and get into it. So Halloween 1, I think we can all agree, fucking classic.
Oh, yeah. Just like the rest of the movies. It was
5
fun.
stars.
Murders.
Yeah,
Murders, everybody.
fucking 5-star movie.
Soundtrack.
The soundtrack is fantastic. The kills are fucking fantastic.
The Scream Queen is fantastic.
And Laurie Strode, aka Jamie Lee Curtis, is fucking fantastic in the movie. All in all, classic. One of my favorite, if not my favorite, horror movie of all time. Love Halloween. I watch that motherfucker every fucking year, around or on Halloween. Love the movie. It's a tradition for me. Halloween 2, not so much a tradition, but it's still decent. Not bad. Picks up right after Halloween 1 left off.
Isn't it?
we continue?
That's the one where they blind him?
Yes. Yes, they stab him in the I think she stabs him in the eyes. And he starts going ape shit with a scalpel. Remember, he's fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that one.
Yeah, and the other sequels, he comes back with good eyes.
Yeah, well, again, he's it's not as obvious.
He's the boogeyman.
Yeah, it's not as obvious as Jason or Freddy, but Michael Myers he's a supernatural being.
Yeah.
He's a boogeyman. He's a boogeyman.
Because in this
you
one,
see?
in part 2, he gets fucking blown up. Motherfucker blows
Yep,
up.
at the end. Yeah.
Yeah, he explodes, and we see him pretty much burned to nothing, and then I'm back.
What, doesn't the doctor blow up with him?
Yes, they both. Yeah, Dr. Loomis. They both die, and
both
Dr. Loomis
survive?
comes. They're both supposed. They both die. It's late. Fuck
Both
you.
die and they come back.
Yeah, they both die. They were supposed to die in that movie, and then they come back later on. And Dr. Loomis, at least Dr. Loomis comes back. He did have some scarring from the burns.
Yeah.
But it's like on like a little bit of his face. It didn't burn him at all. But yeah, part 2 is pretty good. Part 2 had some pretty good kills, and again, it's just more Laurie Strode and fucking Michael Myers running around a hospital now. I like the kill where he fucking boils that dude alive in the fucking sauna. I like that one. I don't know why. But yeah, it's pretty
You have
good.
something against nurses, I guess.
Yeah, probably.
The Silent Hill nurses got to him, dude.
Yeah, pretty much. They molested me. But all in all, pretty good movie. Not nearly as good as part 1, but still 4-star.
Yeah, I'll give it a 4.5 still.
Sechstick?
Cuatro.
Okay.
You know, the number
Oh.
after 3, before 5.
Let's talk about number 3 now.
Has anybody actually seen Halloween 3 other than me? Have you guys actually
Yeah.
seen it?
I haven't. I just
I
know it
saw
had
it.
to do with a bunch of witches, didn't it? There was no
No.
Michael Myers in it.
No, it's
There's
funny because it's
some
called
fucking
Season of the Witch,
corporation.
and it has nothing to do with witches either. I think Lewis made the point last time that maybe it could be like because they do deal in like a little bit of witchcraft, which makes sense. But for the most part, yeah, it's like a corporation that's making these masks, and
Hey,
basically,
kids.
well, it's because the guy who owns the company, he is trying to take Halloween back to its sacrificial roots, back to like I guess the origin of Samhain or whatever the fuck. And so he wants
Hallows
to,
Eve.
yeah, and so he wants to basically do like a huge mass sacrifice to appease his fucking pagan god or whatever. I don't know, but it's not. It's actually if you actually watch it, it's not a terrible movie.
No,
It's
it's
actually
not. It's pretty
it's
interesting.
actually pretty good. And compared to the shit that they do, when Halloween comes back and we bring back Michael Myers, I love Michael Myers, and I love the newer movies, which we'll get to in a bit. But I would also like. There's a morbid part of me that would love to have seen where the fuck they were gonna go with that series, man. If that was the first one, it was pretty decent. It wasn't terrible. And it's got a lot of iconic moments too, like the Silver Shamrock song. That's
Yeah.
pretty iconic.
Tells everybody to put their mask on.
Yeah, put on your mask. Wait, that's fucking London Bridge is falling down.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
You're way
Like,
off.
I don't remember that song.
It's because I wasn't gonna actually sing the words because they have the 20 more days till Halloween. I wasn't actually gonna do that, and so I just started going nah, 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 and it became London Bridge.
Halloween
yeah, it's-
is falling down.
Shut your old ass.
I
But
like
yeah,
the way
nah,
the snakes came out of the masks.
yeah. I
Those
mean
to the kids they
that's one of
showed.
those movies that is not afraid to fucking body children. That movie
Nope.
bodies the fuck out of a couple of kids, and it's brutal too. They die ugly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was a decent movie. The biggest gripe that people have with it is it doesn't have anything to do with Michael Myers, and that's a valid complaint because it fucking doesn't. They shouldn't have called it Halloween 3. They should have called it Halloween Anthology or something. Halloween Anthology 1 or Halloween 3 Season of the Witch is very, very confusing, misleading. Not only does it not have Michael Myers, but there's no fucking witches.
Imagine those people that went to go see it in the theater the first time. Oh, we're gonna see Michael Myers Part 3.
They were
And
probably pissed.
he
My
doesn't
my
show
my thought, and maybe you could elucidate me for me, Slim, because you were alive when this movie came out. What were the trailers for this movie? Did they make it seem like there was Michael Myers, or what was the trailer like for this fucking movie?
You know, this movie is still a little older than what I remember.
Yeah, I'm sure, because I think when this movie came out, you were fucking young.
They're barely making you.
Was it 70 something? No?
I have no idea. I don't
When did
think
Halloween
so.
come out? The first
'Cause
one.
I thought Halloween, the first one, came out in 78, 79?
It came out around the same time Jaws, no?
It's me. I was born in the 80s.
The first movie came out 2018 film. God damn, I hate how these movies fucking name the same shit. 1978. The first one came out. The third one was 1982. How old were you in 82?
Jesus, I'm 52 now. You do the math.
No. I respectfully decline. No, yeah, but I thought it was a decent movie. It wasn't terrible. I do wonder what we got to find. I'm sure it's on YouTube somewhere. The original trailer to see if they tried to mislead people or if they were kind of upfront about it. But yeah, can you imagine you go to see Michael Myers and you get that? I understand why people were pissed off. But it's still a decent movie. I still think it's worthy of. I have to. I want to. I'm gonna give it 4 stars, man. I liked it. I thought it was a decent movie.
It was good.
Yeah. So, what do you think, Slim? 4, 4.5, 8,
Yeah, 4.
4.
That was
And
pretty good.
Satchmo.
I liked it.
Satchmo didn't see this one, so now we have to watch
Yeah.
Halloween 3 with Satchmo. So we need to watch the Nightmare on Elm Street remake with Slim, and then we'll cleanse our palates by watching Halloween 3. Up next is Halloween 4, and there's a subtitle on this one. I don't remember what the fuck it is. The Return of Michael Myers.
Yeah, as the song
Okay,
says, the return.
I'm watching the trailer.
Uh
And they show a witch mask
Yeah, the witch
with
mask is
eyes,
it's one of the masks.
and it has a spider come out of its mouth.
Okay, so
That's it. That's it. That's the trailer.
they weren't
48
up
seconds
front,
long.
but they did. I mean, it does hint at what happens because the witch mask is one of the masks, and what happens is when those masks, they fucking tighten around your face and they like strangle you, and the fucking bugs come out of it.
Yeah.
So they're a little up front, but yeah, I mean, you might think like, oh wow, they're just being really cryptic or unique about it. That doesn't say. What they should have done is after all that happens, they go, oh, also Michael Myers is in this fucking movie.
Well, see, the funny thing about the trailer is like the mask is like it's making a circle, and slowly it's appearing, so it looks like a Michael Myers mask, but at the end it's the witch.
Uh-huh.
That's how the trailer is.
That's misleading.
And then they show the witch up close. It's a mask. Then the eyes open up. It's like
So maybe it made people think like, oh shit, did Michael Myers get a witch mask?
yeah. So
Still-
I think it's misleading.
Yeah,
Became
it's,
the
it's
Witcher.
super misleading, but it's still a pretty good movie.
I mean, especially if you're paying for it. I mean, yeah. It's misleading.
Yeah. If you go in expecting Michael Myers, you get that. That's why a lot of people don't like that movie,
You
even
get
though
a
it's
fake
actually
killer like Jason, yeah.
yeah, even though it's a decent movie. If you go in expecting Michael Myers, fucking deliver Michael Myers. With that said, Halloween 4 delivers Michael Myers, and this is actually not a bad movie. This is a decent movie. This is the one with his niece.
Is it the Screamer?
Yeah, this is the one with Danielle Harris, which I'm trying to remember her name in this fucking movie.
Probably couldn't talk for months after making those 2 movies.
What the fuck was her name? Lindsay?
Lohan?
No, because that's Lindsay Wallace. I'm thinking of the first one. Jamie Lloyd. I would have never fucking guessed that. So she plays his niece, Jamie Lloyd, in this movie. And this is the first of 3 timelines. So this is, I don't remember what they call this, but this is the first of 3 timelines. They each have their own name, but I don't remember what the fuck they're called. But in this timeline, and I'll just, from this point going forward, I'll just refer to just these movies. I guess Laurie Strode had a daughter or some shit, and
She
that's
With Myers? Oh, no, it's niece.
no,
No, it's niece,
almost.
yeah.
Yeah, that's actually that is Jamie Lloyd. That is the character.
An H2O, no?
No, curse. But we'll get to that one. So this movie, though, it doesn't. This movie doesn't go off the rails. This movie's just kind of your traditional Halloween. You have your Scream Queen, your final girl, which is Jamie Lloyd, a bunch of characters. The big thing with this movie is that most of the characters fucking suck, and that goes double for the next one. But we'll get into that in a bit. But in this movie, at least there's a couple of likable characters. I do like Jamie Lloyd. I do like her caretaker or her sister, whatever the fuck she is. I do like her as a character as well. Michael Myers comes back. The mask in this movie looks fucking weird, and they just get weirder from this point. But yeah, I think it's a good
It was
movie.
half matte. It looked like it was half made. It half fasted
Yeah,
the movie.
yeah, and it gets worse too. It doesn't get better.
Mm-hmm.
But in this movie, at least the characters are semi likable, and it's not batshit crazy. And also the ending is actually a really cool ending. It's another cliffhanger, and it kind of leaves you wondering, like, what the fuck. So, in this movie, spoilers by the way, for this fucking 50,000-year-old movie, the ending of this movie, Jamie Lloyd, they defeat Michael Myers or whatever. She comes out of the bathroom, or she goes into the bathroom. I'm sorry, and she's wearing her Halloween costume, which is a clown outfit.
Clown.
And she goes in there with a pair of scissors, and she stabs the fuck out of, and it leads you to believe that she killed her, I guess her stepmother, if I'm not mistaken. And so it's like, holy shit. Okay, so is she gonna be the new Michael Myers? What the fuck? It's actually a pretty good ending. It's a pretty good cliffhanger. And the movie itself is not bad. Not terrible. Especially compared to the rest of them. However, I mean, not terrible isn't exactly great. So I give it 3.5 stars. I think it's a decent movie that I enjoy. But is it one of the best Halloweens? Fuck no. Not even close. I put Halloween 3 above this movie.
Give it 3 stars.
Slim, what do you think?
Still give it a 4. It's entertainment.
Let's
Does
just
that
keep
little
rolling
girl
along.
come back on the second one?
Yes, we'll get to that. She actually comes back for a few, because she comes back for the next one also. She comes back for Halloween 5, and I forget what the fuck this one's called. Is it The Revenge of Michael Myers?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
Is that the one where they're making the TV show? Is it?
No,
In the house?
you're way far ahead of us. Yeah, this is The Revenge of Michael Myers. This is the one where the mask took a turn for fucking weird. He looks like this weird alien fucking creature. I don't know what happened, but the mask looks fucking weird. And this one kind of picks up where the last one left off. So Jamie Lloyd stabbed the shit out of her mother, or stepmother, whatever. I don't remember if she killed her or not. I don't remember if they retconned that. But either way, it literally doesn't matter. Apparently she has like some weird like kind of like link with Michael. She can see him killing people, and so they put her in a mental institution and shit. And so Michael comes back, obviously, because he's not dead. In the fourth one, I believe, everybody unloads on him with like a fucking barrage of bullets. They like shoot him with shotguns and shit. They shoot him into like a cave, and he falls down a river. And then he floats to a man who then feeds him cold sips of water and nurses him back to health. And then he gets back to health, and he immediately fucking kills the poor dude who fucking helped him. And
Man, they did buy that mask at Spirit.
oh, did you see it? Yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like shit, right?
The Spirit mask, dude. They
Yeah,
said,
it looks like fucking garbage. Well, Spirit wasn't around back in those days, but fuck, it looks like it.
Gee.
Yeah, so basically, long story short, it's the same shit as part 4, just worse. They kill her cousin, I keep saying her cousin, her sister, or whoever the fuck, Rachel, I believe. I just remember because she kept screaming, Rachel!
Oh, that voice is
It's Rachel.
Yeah.
terrifying.
Yeah, she dies in this one. And so we're left with the friend character from the first movie, and she fucking sucks. She sucks horribly. Every character in this fucking movie sucks, to be fair, except for Jamie Lloyd. Everybody else fucking blows. Everybody else in this fucking movie. This movie is fucking like schlock. This movie is bottom of the barrel garbage. They have these 2 stupid cops that are like completely inadequate, and they're like slapstick. They even have like these little slapstick sound effects that go along with them. Fucking terrible movie, dude. Hate this movie. I give it 2 stars. Bad, but I bump it up because Dr. Loomis is still a thing, and even though he's kind of crazy in this movie,
Does he at
but
least have the burn face still?
yeah, he does. And I love Donald
I give
Pleasance. He was great in this
give
movie.
it a 3.
and- yeah, that's fair. Do you remember this movie at all, Slim?
Huh?
Do you remember this movie at all?
Bits and pieces. I mean, it was almost like the last one.
Yeah, you're not wrong. It's an inferior version of the last movie.
They kind of blend, you know.
Yeah. So you're not comfortable giving it a rating? What's your rating?
What I remember, 3.
3. That's pretty generous.
Oh, I mean, pretty much most horror movies are gonna get a high rating unless it's like a remake of.
Yeah, most of them, huh? How about this next one? Halloween
Oh, the
6, The
Curse of
Curse
Michael Myers.
of Michael Myers.
Is that
You
the
remember
house
this?
one, or the video one, or the program one?
No, this is the one, and I don't know if you remember this one because this one's fucking terrible. I blocked it out of my mind for a long time, and I recently rewatched it, and I rewatched the supposedly it's like I forgot what it's called, but it's the basically the director's cut. It's supposed to be the better version of the movie. And I've also seen the theatrical cut of this movie, and they both suck. They're both fucking terrible. So in this movie has a Paul Rudd in it, and in this movie, so the last movie, yes, supposedly he's supposed to be like Tommy Doyle. So in the last movie, in part 5, I don't know if you remember, they lock Michael Myers up, they arrest him. And then in the movie ends, some dude in black boots with spurs blows up the jail cell and basically breaks Michael Myers out. That's how part 5 ends. And so then part 6 is essentially there's a cult that has been controlling Michael Myers. And they've been using him to do their bidding, basically. And so
Okay.
the movie starts with Jamie Lloyd's character. It's not Danielle Harris. It's another lady. She's playing Jamie Lloyd, and she's running away. She has a kid. Long story short, Michael Myers fucked his niece, and they had a rape baby. And now they're trying to get the rape baby back for some reason. And Michael Myers is no longer an unstoppable killing machine, but now he's like a tool that they use to kill people. And they use these little weird runes, these little stones they use to control him. And all I remember about this shit show of a movie, is that in the director's cut, the way he beats Michael Myers is they put down some stones around him, and it's like a spell that holds him in place, and so he can no longer move. And then the doctor is like, I'm no longer the caretaker of Michael Myers. Now you are Loomis. And the doctor was like the leader of the cult. Is like some twist, but it didn't matter because the movie fucking sucked. And so he has like the emblem, like a tattoo on his wrist of the thorn symbol is what they call it. And then Dr. Loomis looks, and the thorn symbol has moved from the doctor to him, which meaning that he's now the caretaker of Michael Myers, or he's in charge of Michael Myers. And Loomis just starts going, and the movie ends. Fucking horrible. Horrible. Worst Halloween. 1. Not even 0 stars. 0
I just saw
stars.
the trailer right now.
It's a fucking terrible movie, dude. It is.
He didn't even have a fucking knife for them in that trailer. And he chased 2 people down.
Yeah, he's gonna use his the stones. He's gonna use the stones to hold him in place. It's a fucking horrible movie. I don't know. I don't know if you. I guess you don't remember, or maybe you haven't seen it in a long
No.
time. But it's a fucking shit show, dude. And that's saying something because the next movies are fucking shit shows. This is definitely, I think, in my opinion, the worst Halloween movie. The fucking easily the worst Halloween movie. Easily the worst movie that we've talked about tonight is this fucking movie. I cannot stand this movie. I fucking like irrationally hate it.
Oh, listen, I can't really give you a rating because I don't remember it at all.
Yeah, I don't remember it at all either. I remember some of the characters, but that's it.
Now we have to see it. That's another movie.
We'll watch it. We'll watch it. I would like to watch it, especially if we watch it with you guys, because I think it'll be funny. I would love to see your fucking reactions to some of this shit. We gotta watch the director's cut though. The theatrical cut is a little bit more entertaining. They added some gore and they changed the ending. You got to see the director's cut because it's batshit crazy. I don't want you guys to get any enjoyment out of it. I want you to watch the director's cut. So next up, just rattling along, H2O, Halloween 20 years later. That's Halloween 7. It's Jamie Lee
The only
Curtis
thing
comes
I
back.
remember this one is where she's looking for him and he comes from the top.
Oh, he's holding the pipe.
He's
he
hanging from
comes down.
rafters and he comes down slowly.
I like this movie.
That-
I know.
that was
I know.
pretty
This one was pretty cool.
A lot of people don't like this movie. Apparently, I don't know why. I remember people liking it, but I guess people turned on it over the years. I still like it. I think it's cool.
That's the one where she at the school, right?
Yeah. So
That's a good one.
This is the start of the second timeline. So this is a different timeline than the one before. So basically, right now, it went Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween 3. Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween 4, Halloween 5, Halloween 6. Those are all in one timeline. And so here we have Halloween 1, Halloween 2, Halloween H2O, and Halloween Resurrection. This starts a second timeline. So in this movie, the events of Halloween 4 and 5 didn't happen. Or if they did, they don't talk about it. But pretty much didn't happen. Yeah, but this is the one with LL Cool J, and this is my favorite one where she shoots LL Cool J so you think he's dead. And they have that big climactic fight where she's running through the tables. I love that shot where she's crawling under the tables and he's walking through the middle and he's fucking flipping both tables as she crawls through. That shit's fucking badass. But anyway, so finally she fucking stabs him. She has him down on the table and I guess she stabbed him and she's gonna stab him again. And she's about to stab him again and fucking LL Cool J runs up and he fucking tackles her and he's holding no, shh, he's dead. He's dead. I don't know why I fucking love that. he's dead. He's dead.
Is this the one where her son stays when he was supposed to leave?
Yes. That's this one.
Then the girl gets her fucking ankle cut in the kitchen when she's trying to go for that little elevator dumbbell.
Yeah. She's going for the dumbwaiter. And he cuts the rope and it fucking smashes her leg to shreds. Oh, that shit was gross.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
Yeah, this is a pretty good one.
This is a good movie.
This is a pretty good one. I love the ending fight where him and Michael Myers and Laurie Strode are duking it out. Love that. And this is the one where I thought this was pretty much the end where they load him up into the coroner's van or the hospital or the ambulance, and she pulls the fucking gun from the cop's holster and she fucking fuck off, back up. And she hops in the fucking ambulance and she takes him to go fucking kill him. I love that. And so she picks up the axe and she's gonna go fucking kill him. They end up crashing because of course he wakes up. The ambulance pins him against a tree and she walks up and he holds out his hand like, sister, and she goes and she touches his hand a little bit and then boom, she cuts his fucking head off, and that's how the movie ends.
That's
Fucking
not him,
incredible. Yeah, we come to learn that's not him. And I wonder if they had that planned all along. I hope not. I like to think that was
Oh,
the end,
because
considering what we got. Considering what we got next.
there's a part where it shows where yeah, she's looking into it like, fuck yeah, I did it. She looks into the crowd. He's putting on the hat and walking away. And she tries to run after him and they hold her down.
Oh, really?
I remember seeing that because when you said that, when it reaches out and yeah, it ends like that. I think it was the extended one that I saw. There's a part where she's like, yeah, I did it. I killed him. They're trying to hold her down, because, well, obviously she threatened the cops. Then she sees like a person in the background. He's looking back over his shoulder and puts on the hat and zips up the jumpsuit and starts walking away. And then they remove the mask and it's not him. She's like, oh, he's over there. And they
Well,
just tackle her down.
you could be thinking about Resurrection because that all happens in Resurrection as well.
Me.
We'll get to that in a second. So, Halloween H2O. Let's just go ahead and give it a rating. Easy 4.5 stars.
4.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good movie. But yeah, so Halloween Resurrection, like Satchmo said, that's pretty much how they explain it. They retcon it, or I don't even know if it's a retcon. Maybe they had this plan all along. So in this movie, she's in a mental institution. Michael Myers is still alive.
Then Terminator?
Isn't that where she finally kills it? Where he finally kills her? He drops her from the top or something like that?
Technically, in the first timeline, they don't show it, but apparently he kills her in the first timeline. Or she at least dies in the first timeline. I don't remember how, but in the first timeline she's dead as well. But yeah, in this timeline, in Halloween Resurrection, basically she's waiting for him. He finds her. They have a little chase sequence, and he finally kills her. Fucking terrible. Very anticlimactic. They do it instantly, and then we're stuck with the rest of this fucking movie. So, in this movie, this is the one that you're thinking of, Slim. This is the one that you're so excited to talk about. This is the one where it's a reality show.
Yeah.
So this is the one where they go to Michael Myers' house and they set up a bunch of fake shit, and they have Busta Rhymes running around dressed as Michael Myers, and it fucking sucks. Again, characters suck for no reason. Tyra Banks sucks. The most likable character is fucking Busta Rhymes, and it's crazy to think about because he also sucks. He's fucking terrible in this movie. He has that moment where he's like fist fighting Michael Myers, and he somehow walks away from that, and I'm just like, "Fuck you, stop." This movie just
Michael Myers liked him.
maybe. I mean, yeah, that's the only reason that he would let him live I could think of. He kills the fuck out of Tyra Banks, which, I mean, I guess that's something that I could take away. Yeah, I guess exactly. I guess that's something we could take away that's positive. At least Tyra Banks gets fucking destroyed. She's not a very nice person, so hooray for that. And I like Busta Rhymes. I got nothing against the dude, but he's fucking horrible in this movie. I do have something against him. He's a terrible fucking actor. And this movie's a shit show. This movie fucking sucks. If it wasn't for Curse of Michael Myers, this would easily be one of the worst. Easily. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's like a reality show. They have body cameras. Michael Myers comes out and he's like...
Which most of the people that don't see get killed on film.
Yeah. It's...
They're not looking at it or...
And there's a guy who's watching, who's apparently like infatuated with one of the girls, and so he helps guide her by watching the cameras. It's fucking stupid. It's a terrible movie. 1 star.
That'd be nice too.
Yeah, 2.
2 because I think it's funny.
So from here, we move on to another timeline. This is a separate timeline. This is the Rob Zombie Halloween timeline. This is Rob Zombie's Halloween 1, the remake. And
off the bat, I love the way he looks.
That one was really cool though.
I actually liked this movie. I actually really, really liked Halloween 1 by Rob Zombie. Again, they talk a lot about his childhood, and I feel like we didn't really need that. But with that said, it's still enjoyable. I like the kid that got to play him. I like the kid that got to play
I
him. He was
keep
pretty
on
badass.
remembering that fucking what's his name? The guy that played Aladdin. What's his name?
Aladdin.
Yeah, the Aladdin Life remake they made.
I didn't see it. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I Am Legend, the actor.
Will Smith?
Yeah.
What about him?
What was
Oh,
that
you're
movie
thinking
about
about
that drunk superhero?
Hancock. Yeah, because
Yeah.
the young Michael Myers comes out in Hancock. Yeah.
Call me an asshole one more time. He has a British accent. He
Mm-hmm.
throws the kid up in the air. Every time I see the Halloween, it's like, hey.
I like that. That's what you fucking did. He was so much better. He has a bit part in Hancock, and that's what you think of. Even though he was so good in this movie, he's actually a really, really good young actor. I liked him a lot in this movie. And no, you remember that he peed himself in Hancock. You dumbass.
I love the way Michael Myers gets his overalls in this movie.
This is the one where he kills Big Joe Grizzly, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hey man, come on, let me drop this beast in peace. I love that.
He beats down the door until he
Yeah.
finally gets tired.
I love that because it's a good big guy fight because they're both big dudes. I like that. That was a good scene. I like I just like the way he looks. I like that the mask got weathered over the years. I like that it's the same mask. He didn't go get another one. He hid it. I like that a lot.
And he wore a pumpkin one, no? Earlier?
Yeah, that was his. I think the literal title for that mask is the escape mask.
Yeah.
Which is a good mask too. I like that one too. It's pretty good. I like it. I like the characters too. So in this movie, we see Danielle Harris, who is Jamie Lloyd in part 4 and 5. She comes back to this movie, but not as Jamie Lloyd. She is now Annie Brackett in this movie, and she's still a good actress. She's still a good actress. The girl they got to play Laurie Strode. She's not even Laurie Strode in this movie.
Dead.
Yeah, probably. The character they got to play Laurie Strode in this movie
No.
isn't even called Laurie Strode. I don't know what the fuck she's called in this movie. But yeah, I mean it's a decent movie. I like it. Best
I
parts
liked
about
it
it
when it
are
first
Michael
came out.
Myers and Dr. Loomis. I think it's Malcolm McDowell. He's actually I like him a
Yeah,
lot.
they picked a good replacement.
Yeah, it's a good Dr. Loomis. All in all, it's a pretty fucking solid remake. Probably one of the better ones. Used to be my favorite over Friday the 13th, but it kind of got tainted by the next movie. But first, Halloween 1, Rob Zombies. I'll give it 4 stars.
I will too. Easy.
What about the
pretty
set
cool.
stick?
Said 4.
I didn't hear you, Pecker. And so the next one we have is
Oh, the
Rob
White
Zombie's
Horse.
Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 featuring the White Horse, which had to get fucking explained at the beginning of the movie because nobody fucking understood what the hell was going on. Whenever you have to start a movie to explain a part of the movie, maybe leave it out. This goes back to another thing where Rob Zombie has to have his fucking wife in every movie. The thing is, I liked her in part 1. I liked her as Rob Zombie's mom, as Michael Myers' mom. I thought she was actually good as Michael Myers' mom. No reason for her to come back. This literally the White Horse and all that shit. I feel like you shoehorned that in to bring her back. We already have Jason. He's a mama's boy. We don't need another one. The kills in this movie are pretty fucking brutal. I like the way Michael Myers looks when he has his mask on and his hood up, and he's kind of got that hobo look going.
Yeah.
He takes his mask off way too fucking much in this movie. He talks in this fucking movie. He grunts in this fucking movie. He's way too vocal. And I fucking hated it. I hated it. It completely missed the point of the original Halloween. He tried to go his own way. And this is proof that maybe sometimes somebody should fucking rein Rob Zombie in, because this movie sucked. I hated this movie. Not as bad as Curse, not as bad as Resurrection, but definitely fucking number 3 in the top 3 shit movies.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
No.
I give it a 3.5. The first
Yeah.
one was the best one, and you should have just left it that way.
Yeah, agreed. 3.5. God damn, that's fucking generous. I'm giving it a 2.
Well, remember, it's horror
Give it a
movies.
3.
3 is still pretty fucking generous. 2.
I give even the shittiest movies sometimes.
You're a shitty movie. 2.
Am I?
Yeah.
So we're going on
Yeah,
3
Rachel.
hours. So let's wrap this up here with the final Halloween movie as of right now, because it has been greenlit and we are getting another one called, I think it's called Halloween Kills. Yeah, so there is another
last
one on.
There's 2 more. The last one
there's
is
2
Halloween
more.
Ends.
Yeah, so they made a trilogy out of this, and I really hope they don't fuck it up.
So who's the director?
Carpenter.
Yeah, it's gonna be John Carpenter, and then for the third one, they're gonna get Steve Buscemi. So
John
for
Carpenter
this
did
one,
the last 2.
basically it retcons again, and this is the if you don't count, well, we're gonna count the remake timeline. This is the 4th Halloween timeline. So in this timeline, the only movie that has occurred is Halloween 1. Everything after Halloween 1 did not occur. There was no Halloween 2. There was no H2O. The only movie that occurred in this current timeline that we're in is Halloween 1. It ended with...
is this where the reporters go to talk to him?
Yes. So this is a movie. This is it's literally just called Halloween. Well, I'm going to call it, I think, Halloween 2018. 2019. I don't remember when the fuck it came out. But, so... This movie, 2 reporters go, they meet up with Michael Myers, who's been in captivity for fucking forever. He's an old man now. He's pretty fucking old. And basically they go and they're doing a documentary, and essentially Michael Myers is going to get moved, of course. Of course he breaks out. And so these are the characters that we're following, although we do get a glimpse of Laurie Strode. We do get a glimpse of I guess, her granddaughter, her daughter, their family life. And then we go back to these 2 who you think are kind of the main characters, and they get fucking destroyed. God damn, they get fucking obliterated in this movie. It is so ugly. They really didn't do anything to deserve it, and they get fucking obliterated, dude.
It's like Mr. Jack-o'-lantern cop.
Yeah. So in this movie, basically, to summarize, because we're running really long on this episode. To summarize, Michael Myers is back. He's going for Laurie Strode again, and they're gonna duke it out. That's basically it. And they have a fight. Laurie kicks his ass, but of course he's still alive because we need 2 more
She has
movies
the
because
Home
money.
Alone fucking
The
house
house.
of hers.
Yeah. But like Slim is saying, one of the best kills in this fucking movie is, unfortunately, too, these 2 cops are fucking hilarious, too. These two cops have some really funny back and forth. But basically, one of the cops gets turned into a fucking mano-lantern. He fucking basically scoops out his head and puts a candle in him, and he's a fucking mano-lantern. That's actually a really cool scene. And a lot of the kills in this movie are fucking fantastic. There's this one, my favorite scene in the movie is the one shot where he's walking through the houses. And so the camera's panning.
He killed
and
that
it's
one
panning.
girl that's running.
Yeah, it's panning through the
house.
house, and so there's a one girl. She goes and she's closing the blinds. He fucking stabs her in the back of the head, and it goes through her neck. And he just keeps going. That shot is really fucking cool. I like that one a lot. But yeah, I like this movie quite a bit. I liked it a lot when it first came out. I loved it when it first came out. I've watched it since, and I still like it, but it's I'm not as hype on it as I thought I was. There's a lot of boring parts, I feel, but overall it's a good Halloween movie, and it's nice to see that the movie Halloween still got some fucking love, some traction left in the bones after Resurrection and Curse and a lot of really bad movies.
Yeah. Whoa.
Well, this has been Stingy Studios podcast number 2, the Halloween in February episode.
The episode where Josh falls asleep.
Well, to be fair, go ahead. What'd you say?
Nothing. I didn't fall asleep. The fucking
Oh,
old man
they-
seems like fall asleep. Shitbird.
Yeah. He's talking.
Well, this has been really fun, but Halloween and scary movies, fucking fantastic. What do you boys got? You guys got any final thoughts?
Nothing beats a good scary movie or a lousy scary movie.